How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you enjoy that intro. The person who I'm trolling actually in that video is not here yet, but he will be here soon, so don't worry, you will see that intro later again. But welcome back to the channel, peeps. You know what? You know they always say you don't know what you've got until it's gone. They've taken my football away from my Prem football. That's the only thing I can live for right now. So I'm looking forward to this. It is a new week. It is a new day. It's been a horrible Tuesday for me. I don't want to tell you guys what my Tuesday has been like. I will tell my next guest, actually. My first brother from another mother, straight out of Anfield. Welcome, Beasteroni Escabop, you know. Beasteroni Escabop, you know. Beasteroni Escabop, you know. Nostradamus. How you doing, my brother?
Good, and you, Davey?
I'm well, my bro. You like that intro?
I love it.
Don't worry. He's jumping on later. I'll play it again for him, man. How's your week been, my guy? How was your weekend?
Now, excited. We start tonight. I'm glad United is playing first. That will set the tone for us on Thursday.
Me too. I know you're wondering why I'm wearing glasses again, so let me tell you about my day. I had a good Monday. Yesterday, I was fresh, solid, ready, and that never happens. I can tell you that's the first good Monday I've had. So when that happens, I know shit is about to hit the fan. Let me tell you about my Tuesday. Everybody, all my clients who I phoned, none of them have the energy to speak to me today. So I had no sales for the day. They all telling me, phone me later. When I phone them later, they don't answer. I was like, nah, to hell with that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I ordered food on Bolt, Nando's earlier. My driver literally picked up my food, said my food was delivered and everything. He didn't answer his phone. So he slipped with my food. So they canceled my food. And now I'm here. So tonight is a good therapy session, my man. So we're gonna have a nice therapy session. But my food is coming again. It was sorted out after, but the rent. So that's my day. Enough of my therapy. And another thing, the reason why I'm wearing the glasses is I fell asleep with my contact lenses in this afternoon. So my eyes are swollen like a motherfucker. So yeah. But it's good to have you on.
Will cheer you up later.
I hope so. I hope United can soothe my eyes tonight. But love for coming on, my bro. And of course, our next guest, he hasn't been here for a while, but he is a regular. Without further ado, out of the red corner from the coffin, Mr. Isidore, how are you doing, my brother?
David, what can I say? If can finish Premier League, yeah, we come, bro.
like Tristan says, oh shit.
Hey, my bro, you can say it again.
You know what? My team plays only twice a month, so it's long for me. But I know what you mean. I'm also glad it's over. And of course, you know one thing that we like to do on this show, we like to have a special guest. It's the first time he is on the show, so show him some love. He's one of the realest Manchester United fans I know. He calls it right down the middle, right down the line. I can promise you his opinion is going to upset you, but he is real and he's going to call it the way he sees it. Welcome, Beaster and Isidore. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Aggies, the Red Devil. Welcome, Mikey.
In the house, gents. Good evening, guys.
How are you feeling, my brother?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Looking forward to rattling some feathers here and picking up the 3 points later.
Okay. I'm all for the rattling the feathers. As for the picking up the points, we don't know. We'll discuss that later.
That's the only thing we've got left, guys. It's fourth place, so we have to knock Arsenal out of that spot.
My man, we in seventh, my man. We seventh.
Was that intro for Aggies also?
Huh? No. Aggies are leave. Benny has been throwing shade at me the entire year already, so I won't feel worry with him. Like Aggies okay. Aggies are good books. Benny, on the other hand, Benny takes the piss out of me every week. But big ups to you guys. 11 of you in the chat. Like the thing. Slap a like immediately on this video. Slap a like. Share this video. Post your questions in the comment section. Make the comment section a fire one. You know what to do. The show is all about you. It's a very interactive show. Any questions you have for the panel, post it up. Any comments, say what you want. Like I always say, the only rule on this podcast is there are no rules. Gents, without further ado, let's get into it. Beasteroni, I'll start with you. Mane is the Lion King of Africa. I know you did say Salah, you wanted to win Salah, and of course I understand why in terms of Ballon d'Or and that type of thing. Look, first and foremost, the man showed balls to step up again after missing that penalty. But what I want to ask you is, do you think, and Aggies, you can also join in this conversation because Ronaldo is a player that likes to do this as well. He likes to kick the last penalty. Do you think your star player should kick earlier in the shootout? And I'm leaving it as a general discussion, gents.
Personal opinion. I believe your best penalty takers, the best guys in the squad, they should go first. Try and make this game safe by 3-0 already, because the amount of pressure that you're putting on players that are not fluent in penalty kicks. My good example. I mean, if you look at our penalty shootout we had in the week, I mean, for me, it's just one of those things where I don't suggest lesser penalty takers get to kick first. The top guys must kick first to put pressure on the other team.
Fair enough. Peace. Your thoughts?
I agree with what Akis is saying, but my thing is, I want to see how the tone is set when you start off. So if I'm Egypt's coach and Salah's number 5, that will be also my choice, because the big players, they want to end it off on a high like Mane did. But if you, hey,
you hit the nail right on the head. What I was gonna say.
But now, if your first 2 penalties is missed, change it up. Then let Salah go kick. Now, you don't have to go and tell the ref, this is number 3, this is number 4. You don't have to do that. Once your 5 names, he'll tick off who's going to kick first, second, or third. So, if you see the first 2 didn't go according to plan, let Salah go kick, take the pressure off a bit, because now you're so certain he's going to score, you put him 5th. So, if you're that certain he's going to score, put him 3rd now. If you see it's 2-1, you're behind, let him kick, change it up, and now you take it from there. Now, you can't think about the best player taking the big penalty and having to celebrate and run all over the show. That's out of the window now. Now you need to focus on winning the game. So I don't agree with him putting him 5th at that stage. In the beginning, yes, I fully agree with it. He did it. They're the first African team in the AFCON to play every knockout game with 120 minutes, and 2 of it went to penalties. So it worked the previous rounds, but clearly in the final they could see something wasn't right. They're missing their penalties, so obviously they needed to change it up and put Salah 3rd or 2nd or whatever, but not leave him for 5th. Seeing where you are, you only scored 1 penalty, you still leave Salah for 5th. That for me was no.
Nah, fair enough. Isidore, the new king, the Lion King of Africa, he's come under a lot of criticism from Liverpool fans. I'd imagine. I don't know if you guys have heard it in your fan base. I don't know. I can't speak. But from my section, supporters, I've been hearing Mane is off for, Mane is this, Mane is that. We should cash in on Mane and that type of thing. But I mean, this guy has already proven right now he is still there. Are you excited for him coming back to Liverpool? I know Mo is back. We'll touch on that later. But are you excited for Mane coming back as a champion?
Yeah, I'm happy for Mane. If it was Salah, same thing will happen. Klopp will also have said either one, it doesn't matter. Look, also David, Mane's first penalty, yes, it was horrendous. He actually tried to kick the ball so hard that through the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper caught him out. Look, the last penalty of Mane also, that was the type of penalty that he wanted to put in the net, in the like the first penalty. But look, for me, Senegal on the day, they were the best team. Salah for me, Egypt only had 1 good chance, I think. As I didn't watch the second half, but the first half, Salah had He had a shot also here by the near post that Mendy saved as well. And also big ups to Mendy. Yo, that bruh,
Mm.
Champions League. He won out the African Cup of Nations. I'm not too sure what is gonna happen now with him in the with this World Club Cup. But what the it was, I think Chelsea. I read on the Chelsea what is it page that he was unemployed last season, and they
Mm. Mm.
employed him. And look now, bro. Yeah, nah, big up to him.
Mm.
But yeah,
That's you get a lot of these stories from African guys, growing up in poverty. But I mean, if
yeah,
you go through the Mendy story, it's
mm,
amazing. This guy, like, look, life literally threw him a curveball,
exactly,
and for him
exactly.
to be Champions League winner, African Cup of Nations winner.
Yeah,
I mean, all these accolades that he managed to pick up in the
Goalkeeper of
last
the
2
year.
years. It's
Keeper of the
it's
year as
amazing.
well, yeah.
FIFA's
yeah,
best as well. I mean, he got FIFA's best, but then they gave Donnarumma, he put
I don't know.
Donnarumma into the team of the year. So
I don't know.
that for me was very strange.
Okay, we had that conversation also about Polando, so we don't talk about that.
True.
People is
I
gonna
mean,
get
Beast,
funny.
I think you mentioned in our group, Salah is shortlisted in the three, but he's not in the team of the year, no?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
That
And
doesn't
on
make
the
sense at all.
and on the African Cup of Nations, for me, like, I also just feel, if we're not talking about Mo Salah, because I mean this guy has been the Premier League GOAT in the last 4 to 5
Mm,
years, and
yeah.
I honestly feel that the international community doesn't give this guy his due. And I mean,
Exactly.
how could you have denied Mo Salah a Ballon d'Or if he won the
Yeah.
African Cup of Nations?
Mm,
I
Mm.
just have this funny feeling that he's going to be overlooked again
yeah.
unless Liverpool comes and does a madness in the Champions League again,
Mm,
maybe pushes City till the last. Because I mean, even if I look at what Klopp said, this guy is ready to play against Leicester. He's
Mm.
ready. So what does that tell you about the guy? Look, he wants to be that top goal scorer, he wants to play.
yeah.
And the African Cup of Nations has been a huge disappointment for him not lifting the cup.
Mm.
Mm.
But you see, he's also a sorry, Tim,
No, no,
the
no, go ahead,
people
go ahead, go
from
ahead.
people from Egypt as well. It's always Salah, 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 Salah. Salah must do this. Salah must do that. It's a team. It's a team football for me, man. It's not one
No, but
about
no,
one person.
that team is horrible, man. That Egyptian team.
Yeah,
That team is not.
I was just gonna say now when Isato said Senegal had on the day were the better team. For me, Senegal was the better team throughout the tournament. If you compare just
mm,
the two,
yeah,
everyone saw how Nigeria started. They outplayed Egypt. That like you thought that's Bafana that's playing against Nigeria. The way they
mm,
outplayed them. So I fully agree with Senegal as the team. If you take it Senegal versus Egypt, I would
yeah,
then say yes, Senegal deserved that. I would have wanted it for Salah personally, but I see
mm,
like Jawad is saying here, Mane needed this victory as he didn't have the best season as far. Which is
Mm, mm,
Salah is a way more. How can I say? He's more disciplined than what Mane
mm,
is. When they lost that final, he was in the cloakroom amping the guys up and saying, "Hey, we're going on here."
yes,
Today he was
exactly,
training full on. You,
exactly.
mm.
if the roles were reversed, you wouldn't have received the same that Salah did. Mane wouldn't have done
Mm,
because he's not that type of person. He's not that type of player. It would have been
yeah,
harsh on him had they lost that game and he missed the penalty in the game.
yeah,
That it would
Exactly.
have killed. It would have killed that guy's character even more. And
and also,
I feel so. If I had to choose, thinking of how will the camp be when they both get back to Anfield, I would have said yes, Mane win it
mm,
because then
Mm.
Salah will get over it and go onward. But Mane, he's just a different cup of tea.
yeah,
And I
and
and I
And
also,
also think the last opinion like I want to give about Mane is I read somewhere where they said like Mane said he even went to go see like a head doctor, like a shrink
mm,
type of thing, because physically he feels strong enough. The body is right, the mentality is right, everything is right. It's just in the last season that the goals has not been coming. It's like he is in the right spot, but the chances doesn't fall to him. And for
mm.
him now to be an African champion is probably going to get that confidence back into the guy because, as you
mm,
know, Liverpool's new signing, where does he play?
on the left,
Exactly
Referee.
where
Mm.
Mane
Exactly.
played.
Yeah.
yeah,
So he probably brought a guy in to bring a bit of fire under Mane again. So
Mm.
but
Fair
you
enough.
see also, David. I'm sorry.
No,
that
go
other
ahead, go
guy
ahead.
that other guy from Cameroon, what is his name? Victor. What is the striker? He even
Abubakar.
criticized He even criticized Salah. So he said, yeah, he's not. Salah doesn't like do it
Doesn't
for him.
excite him.
Now I'm
Doesn't
thinking,
excite him. Yeah.
yeah. Now I'm thinking now like, bruh, are you serious? That man 4 years. He's got what is it? Top goal scorer.
That's the
What do you
thing.
still want that man to do? No man, I don't like that about
Yeah, but
African.
true. Like, I mean, look, Bees, we had this discussion at the beginning of the season already saying, does Salah get the accolades or the praise that he
Yeah.
deserves? I think he's very, like, I wouldn't say underrated. I don't think that's the right word to use. I think underappreciated is the correct word to use, maybe, but
Yeah.
I think underappreciated. Good evening, Dylan. Love to you, my guy. Do what you do best in the comments. Thank you, Jawad. You know what to do in the comments. People like the thing, share this thing, subscribe to the thing. Welcome, Master P. How are you, my brother?
I'm alright in yourself, man.
I'm all
Easter,
right,
the
man. I
door.
see you're taking a leaf out of my book. Lateness is greatness, huh?
Yeah,
You good?
yeah.
I think that extra time there, Davey.
Yeah, it's an extra time. We're coming on to that. You came in at the right time, Master P. I'm gonna get you right into it. I'm gonna get you right into it. We're talking about the AFCON. We're touching on the goalkeeper, that type of thing. Look, gents, me personally, I don't know how you guys feel. I was very impressed with that Egyptian goalkeeper in that
Yeah.
final.
Mm.
I was very, very impressed with that guy. But
Oh,
you guys
Davey,
tell the reason. Sorry, go ahead.
Davey, who's that keeper? The Senegalese keeper. I've never heard of that guy before, bro.
You
Who's
never
who's
heard of
he?
him, huh?
So somebody needs to buy him, bro. Like seriously. Top note. What a club.
You reckon?
Somebody should
You
grab him,
reckon
bro.
it's
Never heard of him before.
You never
It
heard of
will
him
only
before?
be. I think only a team like Chelsea will be interested in him. To be honest.
Nah, look, I'm proud of them. I'm proud of my man. Just like
That's
as
their
Beast
standards.
as Beast would know, man. Look, obviously, I wasn't supporting Senegal, but obviously to have my boy in there come out with the winners medal. You know how it is, David D. Chelsea has winners everywhere in every continental competition. You know what I mean? Like Jorginho with Italy. Now we've got Mendy with. Come on, man. So we are winners. But I'm proud of the guys. It was quite a game. But yeah, obviously, look, he's a heck of a good keeper, and he deserves to win the thing, the recognition.
Enough. Good. You walked right into my next question. Actually, what is your opinion on his rise to this level that he has come from? Because Aggies touched on it earlier. You weren't in here, but last year was unemployed. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah. Yo, dude. I mean, talk about a success story, my man. I mean, from being, I don't know whether I want to say unemployed means not being wanted. I'm not sure, or not being recognized of the true potential, but to be like amongst the top 3 or top 4 keepers in the world right now. I mean, that's amazing, man. And it's quite a rise, bro. I mean, it's similar to the Mane story. You know what I mean? Like how he started off and where he is now. You know what I mean? It's just humble beginnings, and you face a lot of challenges, and that either makes or breaks the man. And in this case, it made him. You know what I mean? So yeah, look. I mean, it's a heck of a story, my man. To be honest, it just shows you it just shows you the difference a year makes in football. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
I mean,
then
it's
also,
like one of those things in Africa where, like, literally a lot of these guys, it's the only way out. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
when you're born in England or you're born in the Netherlands, you don't play football, but you can still become a doctor. There's still infrastructure for you to make something of your life. Where a lot of South Americans and a lot of Africans, there's no way out. If it's not PSL, it's Europe.
Exactly. Aggie is right. Spot on. I must agree with him 100%.
Look, I think now, personally, what I mean with Fakhri Lakai going to Egypt, that's the highest paying league in Africa, apparently, at the moment, what they're saying.
Yep.
So I don't think it's the PSL anymore unless you end up at one of the big 3 and Sanders. But That was awesome touching base with Africa about the AFCON. But let's get into it now already. FA Cup review. Gents, where do you guys think we should start? Anyone but Aggies answer.
One
Good, the
place.
bad.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All I can say, Liverpool did well. Lekker to see Elliot back. Good goal also. And also, there's a lot of talk about Tukamora that he didn't take opportunities while Salah and Mane was away. And also, Keita had a bad
Yeah.
game. I don't know if he's the what, but yo, that guy took a long range shot. It's almost like it was a skeleton. It was just rolling to the goalkeeper. That is how he's, if I can say, his season, or since he joined Liverpool, that is how his season went. But also Trent in the first half, I think Liverpool played against the wind, and his free kick was also poor. But second half, Liverpool put it on, bruh. Like 3-0. So Cardiff scored, and they went ballistic when they scored, hey, bro.
Yeah, look, that's a big goal. That's a big goal for them. I think we should start at Liverpool.
That's
I
a
think
goal
we'll
for
start
the
by
youngster
Liverpool.
on Anfield.
Let's go. Let's go to Liverpool. Let's do Chelsea, and then we go to United. Is that okay with you, Aggies?
All good, buddy.
You happy with that?
All good.
Okay, cooler bags. Yeah, look, I agree with you firstly, but seeing that we're starting on Liverpool, Beast, we spoke about this over the weekend. We didn't really speak. It's like what, 2 messages, 3 messages. What stood out for me in this game? That's like, look, I expect you guys to beat Cardiff no matter who you put out there on the pitch as well. And how fitting, my brother from another mother, the man with the biggest smile. Hello, Benny. How are you? Welcome.
Good evening, bitches. How Aggie?
How are you? Are you well?
How's
I'm
it
good,
been?
I'm good, but how are y'all?
Alright,
We're
alright,
good, man.
yeah.
We're good. We're good. Love for coming on. Love for jumping on. I don't even
Sorry,
been
I'm
watching.
late. Sorry, I'm late.
No. Don't stress. Lateness is greatness. Don't worry. We're doing the late thing
I know,
tonight.
especially with you. I see
Especially with me. It's good
22
to
minutes,
be-
so you didn't
It's
start
good
off
for me to
fast.
be. Sorry.
You didn't start off fast because you're only live 22 minutes. It's 8 o'clock now. So someone live late again.
Benny, you got a surprise for you, my bro.
I heard about the surprise.
Don't worry.
Must have come on a bit
Calma,
later.
coming. We're getting to Liverpool. Then we're gonna get to Chelsea, and then we'll get to you and Aggies. Don't worry. We're coming there. Don't worry. But Beast, as I was saying. We touch base about this. I wouldn't say we touch base because when we speak for long. But for me, this is, and I can tell you already, this is my man of the week already. I know I'm jumping the gun already, but this was my moment of the weekend. So just have a look and tell me what you guys think. Okay. So for those who didn't know, that's Harvey Elliot's dad.
Yeah.
Beast, I'm sure you know that's Harvey Elliot's dad. Beast, talk to me about this. I don't even know what question to ask you because this is what football is all about, man.
Nah, that moment was definitely written in the stars because from the injury that he had, you don't see players coming back this soon from that type of injury. So you can just imagine the work that he put in to be back by now. And his dad is one of the people that knows exactly what he put in because he's a youngster. He's only 19 years old, so he's still very much with his parents a lot. Not like the other youngsters on, but I'm saying him specifically in the Liverpool squad. He's a youngster, so he's like the old Scousers or Gerard them used to be. Their family is very much involved in their growth and who they play for, their development, all of that. They are very much in there. And to score a goal after coming back firstly from that ugly injury, your first game back at the cop in, and your daddy is there. That's why Robertson. There was another clip where Robertson turned around. They were all celebrating, and they were done, and they walked back, and Robertson pushed him back to the cop in to go and run there, tell him go celebrate,
I saw that.
go and eat up this moment, soak it up, take it in, enjoy it. And that shows me that it meant not just a lot to the daddy or to Elliot, to the whole club.
To the
Everyone,
fans, yeah.
the support, everyone felt that goal. If we won 10-0 and Harvey Elliot scored that goal, it would have still been a big goal, even if it was the 10th goal. Because it's more than just the result on the day. Had we lost the game even and he scored, there would have still been tears of joy right around Anfield. So I'm very happy for him. For the mere fact that injury, we all said season is done. He's not going to come back this season. We prepare him for next season. And that young man showed coming back 5 months. In his first game back, scored at the Coppin. So yeah, very happy for him.
Brilliant. And also to add, Debbie, Luis Diaz, yes, what an assist. Twinkle toes on that line, my bro.
That's a nice, yo. That was brilliant, yo. That was awesome. I want to ask you something, and I want to ask a question specifically to Isidore and Beaster. You guys have now already played without your two African brothers, yeah? But you didn't do too badly in that period. I don't remember. You got to a final in that period. So, Beaster, you've been an advocate for this. You've been saying it for a while already. But is this now really proof that a system beats individuals at any time? Always, and I want to ask this as a general as well to Benny, Pascal, and Aggies as well. A system beats a team of individuals any day of the week.
Most definitely. And it's been proven. It's been proven over and over again. I don't want to use United as an example always, but you would think that the inner slump, they're coming from
use them.
2-3 poor seasons, they get their baby boy back, which is an individual as Ronaldo. He can do. Ronaldo has been brilliant for United this season. When he came there, he has been brilliant, but it's not enough. It clearly shows it wasn't enough, because if it was only up to him, United would have been top of the log, but it's not up to him. It doesn't just depend on him. Yes, he can lift the spirits, he can score vital goals, do what other players can't do, but at the end of the 90 minutes, it needs to be enough for you to get that 3 points in every tournament. If you're playing thrice a week, you need to do it in all 3 games, and it's a lot. But if you have a system that suits you, like Pep, Liverpool, where Pep can use any players from Man City, we know they're going to demolish any team. If their system doesn't work, they would go and drop points. They would lose. They would draw like they did 2 weeks ago. And we know that. But the most reliable thing to do is to rely on your system. If you're going to rely on individuals, you're going to have players carrying a team, which is not going to last for very long. We saw it with De Gea. We saw it with Ronaldo. So system for me has always been a thing. And
yes, I get all that, Beaster. But what do you need for a system to work? You need time. You need time and you need the personnel. And that's exactly what Klopp got. Klopp got 4 years to build a team that will fit his system.
Now, I'm not saying whatever any other club did was wrong or the approach is wrong. I'm just answering David's question by asking, is it the system? So if your team doesn't allow for the system to develop over a certain amount of time, that's on the club. That's on the club. Whereas Liverpool were willing to sacrifice 4 years and not get any silverware. They told him, you can come here and not win anything, but if we see some identity, something is happening, we're going to give you that opportunity.
Look,
and you see also
sorry to interrupt you, Aggies. Benny, just on that, when Klopp came to Liverpool, even with horrible players, Sacco and all them, and there, you could see already that guy's implementing something already. Just to touch on that. But I know what you're saying.
True. I can remember the first 2 seasons he had Liverpool running the most they've ever run. They ran the most in the league. From the first season right through up until now, I think it's close between City and Liverpool still for who runs the most in the league. And that was one of Klopp's and Liverpool's big problems at the beginning, is because near the end of the season, getting to all those finals, the team was out of it. They ran till they couldn't run anymore. And that is what Klopp's problem was in the first 4 years, is getting the team over the line. The system, the personnel brought him to the finals. It was just that final tick to get him over the line. And that took 4 years.
Beast, didn't he get used to a final, that Europa final in the
Europa League?
Yes.
Yeah.
No?
And we also fucked up.
Yeah, but look at that. He had a bad team and he didn't have his team. Pascal, you you predicted 5-0. It didn't go as comfortable as you wanted it to go. But that's the FA Cup, my friend. That's the magic of the FA Cup. You need extra
As
time,
Benny,
but
as Benny said, yeah, that's the magic of the FA Cup, man. Anything can happen, you know.
yeah. So I wanna ask you also as well. Look, you got through. That's the most important thing. I think all of you guys. Okay, sorry, Benny. That's me and you out of the conversation. You got a comfortable draw. I think you got a comfortable draw. Even Spurs got a comfortable draw as well. You're heading to the World Club Cup. How are you feeling? Surely it's not all doom and gloom. I can already see your spirits are high and buzzing. Seeing how you heading into the World Club Cup, how are you feeling about it? Seeing it's a tournament that you haven't won. And on that bombshell, I'm gonna go to the gents, but I am gonna listen to you as well. So I'm just gonna run out quickly, but carry on.
All right, cool, Leo. Just to put my contribution on the system thing that Beast was commenting about. For me, I feel like, obviously a team system or a coaching system, whatever you want to call it, beats the individuals, because I think a good system plays to everybody's strengths in the squad. You know what I mean? Even the most mediocre people, like the mediocre players. I'll take you back to a couple of years ago when Antonio Conte came through and he switched to 3 at the back with the wing backs. And look how good Victor Moses looked. And this is a guy that could not even get into the team, the Chelsea team. I was always on loan to other clubs and things like that. And they ended up winning the whole thing. You know what I mean? So on that, Beast, I totally agree with you on that. As to the Club World Cup, I'm a very optimistic guy. I don't think that competition is going to be much of a problem. I already saw the team that we're supposed to be playing sometime next week. It's a joke. I'll be shocked if they get chucked out of that thing. I think they're going to make it to the final. And I think that's it.
Isn't it? The team is
yeah, some club like exactly.
Yeah,
some club
they
like
beat
isn't
the
it
club
an
that
Egyptian
they were
team?
supposed to beat 9-1 or something like that, didn't they?
Yeah, something like that. But that's an Egyptian team, right? That's an Egyptian club, I think. I don't know, but yeah. So I mean, I don't think that's gonna be a problem. I think we're gonna make it to the final. Not to take anything for granted. Obviously, it's a 90-minute game. Anything can happen. But at the end of the day, I'm optimistic that the boys are gonna bring that back, because we haven't won it before. There's always a fresh for everything, right? So, and plus we're the club of the year. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's only fitting that we win the whole thing as well. Just to add to the collection.
I love it. I love you like this. Wow. I love it.
Bring everything to England.
Fair enough. Brilliant assessment. I was listening to you while I was listening in the gents. Fair enough on that assessment. Penny B, I've got a surprise for you. The people want me to give you my surprise. And
go ahead, bro.
I love you.
Give me all you got. Give me all you got. I'm going to keep my fuck you for the end.
It's not me. It's not me. It's what the people want. I got to give them what they
want.
want.
Not you, it's your body.
I got to show you this again, man.
How are you? You didn't see Ustra.
And on that bombshell, the Chambred wants to say hello to you.
Vera, why do I team lose? Get a special intro. Your team lost 1 billion times. Fuck all of it. Why when my team lose now? I get a special intro and a motherfucker that just joins the show. Hi, Prem.
Good evening. Welcome, Prem, the hotspur. How are you, my brother?
I'm tight, bro. I'm tight. No complaints on my side.
You want to samba? You want to sit with the big boys, Benny?
Hi, bro. Bring it. We're out of the cup. We're out of the fucking cup.
You know what?
You know what? You're out of everything. You're out of everything.
Our season is basically over right now. I can fully admit that. We're not winning the Champions League. We're not winning the Premier League. FA Cup and Carabao was our biggest chance of silverware. We are out of both. So that's another season without any trophies. And it's sad, it's only January. I don't know, how do you feel about it, Aki? Do you think that we still have a chance to win something this season?
Bro, my personal opinion is I'm just following to try and secure fourth. I feel like Arsenal saying that, but at the end of the day, what else can I do? I hope for a stretch in the Champions League, but if you're looking at the teams that's left, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, and the way we play football doesn't breed confidence in me. So I'm looking forward to tonight's game. Maybe we can put on the pressure, seeing that we're playing first. Put on the pressure for the other guys trying to get fourth. Not talking about the Liverpools and the Chelsea, those, but we in the mire now with West Ham, Tottenham, Arsenal.
Yo, we got the TV on. We got the TV on.
At the end of the day, James, at the end of the day, someone Steve is working on. Okay,
Come on,
thank
Steve
you.
is on here.
9 out of 10 times we win that game. 9 out of 10 times we win that game. 30 attempts, 22 from inside the box. Gents, 2 open goals, thrice against the bar, a missed Ronaldo penalty, 7-8 on penalties. It's the magic of the FA Cup. I can't call the performance in the first half.
But you're not playing the FA Cup every week. You're not playing the FA Cup every week.
Don't. And there's no excuse, Prem. But from what I saw from performance-wise, I'm not that worried, to be honest with you. Maybe going out to the Cup is a good thing because our squad, since we let quite a number of players go, I mean, we brought on fucking Paul Jones and Mata after letting Axel Twanzebe go on loan, after letting Donny go on loan, after letting Morza go on loan. So,
Can I ask a question? Are you...
please.
Davey, I think in one of your first shows, I spoke about this on the Red Stable podcast. I was slaughtered for saying this. Do you genuinely think that the problem, or do you disagree with, I think all of us who are football fans, apart from United fans, will think the same way. Your biggest problem is you cannot have a 36-year-old, irrespective of his age, 37-year-old, he gets older by the week, playing in front when you have 22, 23-year-olds running around, and he contributes nothing. For marketing purposes, he was a good signature, a signing. Do you agree as
Prem,
United
I
fans?
agree with you, bro. I
He
agree,
is
100%. I said in the spot that United will win fuck all with a front line that is combined age of fucking 90.
You did say that.
That is our front line. We're going to win fuck all. Because the thing is, Ronaldo was not supposed to play every game. He's not supposed to play 3 games in a week. That was never supposed to be the thing. The thing is, we don't have another striker besides Cavani. Martial is gone. Greenwood is... I don't even fucking know where Greenwood is. Is he in jail? Is he under his bed? Nobody knows.
He's got bail though.
He's got bail, but where is he?
Not Gareth.
Where is he? We don't know. So who else? We don't have another striker. Cavani was given off because he would have been late, he would have been jet lagged anyway. So, like I said, Mata came on, Phil Jones, and Fred. Anthony Langa, who missed the penalty, who is a kid. So, our squad went from being this amazing squad at the beginning of the season to fucking bare bones in January, which is fucking weird. But the season already, as we speak, is a write-off. We're not going to win the league. The only shining light for United this season is top 4.
Would you be in agreement that we also your decline? We also Arsenal's decline coming.
Wow,
would you be in
declining
agreement
for a while already, bro.
that,
We in the mud.
that you are rapidly in a decline?
Yes, because coming from last season and the progress that we made from the season before to where we are currently, the decline is rapid. And I mean, it's not even in the space of 3-4
come in here.
months into the
Come in here.
season.
I was gonna come on to you, actually.
Look.
Aggies. Come in.
Look, for me, there was one topic brought up here, aging or declining Ronaldo. Ronaldo's got 10 goals in 16 starts. He's played 18 games. He's got 3 assists in that time as well. You must remember when Ronaldo came into the club, who was our strikers? We only had Edison Cavani.
It's supposed to be Martial.
Martial never played.
No,
every
number
game.
9.
He doesn't play.
He never played under Oli. Then you've got Marcus Rashford that can play there, but Oli always used those guys as inverted strikers. So when you look at it, you already knew into the season Cavani can't play every single game. Whether the signing was right or whether the signing was wrong, Cavani can't play 2 games a week. We all knew that. So Ronaldo came into the club. He never replaced anybody. It was one of those signings where, once again, our club decides on where the guys were talking about, you're talking about the system, and the system always wins. The club looks at it, this is a guy that's available. Let's get this guy. When the big problem for United was, and where we needed to kick on was, Oli needed to fix that midfield. The midfield, I mean, it's a cardinal sin that we have got one defensive midfielder since 2017, which was Nemanja Matic. This problem has not been addressed by United in almost 5 to 6 years. Now, if you look at all your clubs you support, Man City, you had Fernandinho. What did Pep do? He brought in Rodri, not as a replacement for Fernandinho, but as somebody in the future, though, so that when Fernandinho could not play anymore, you bring Rodri in. But what happened is Fernandinho became injured. They brought Rodri in. They literally fast-tracked this guy, and now Fernandinho is a second in charge. When you look at Liverpool has got your Fabinhos and your Jordan Hendersons. When you go to Chelsea, you got Kante. You got a deep line from Jorginho. Why does United think? Why does United think that these things that make teams successful is not applicable to their club? If you look at what United did, our top front 3, which is Ronaldo, Greenwood, your front 3 with your inverted strikers, because remember, we don't have wingers. We've got strikers that cut in and try and shoot individual brilliance, and that won only a lot of games. But you can't win games on individual brilliance on a weekly basis. A system is more important. So now what you look at United, we've got 8 players to cover 3 positions. But you go to central midfield, you've got 4 guys for 2 positions, but one of the guys is Donny van der Beek. So 2 positions is Fred, McTominay, and you've got Nemanja Matic there, and all the coaches decide Donny is not good enough. Our balance of the team is totally wrong. Manchester United has got an obsession with attacking players, and they don't fix the core, the spine of the team. And this has been carrying on since 2017 already.
No, it's since Paul Scholes, Aggies. We've never won a league since Paul Scholes have left the club. We haven't won a league when he wasn't in the club also.
If I can just say something, I think the biggest problem with United as a club is that your club tends to shut your fans up with a so-called big name signing. Yeah. A signing it doesn't do anything to the club. It's more of a public relations matter to shut the fans up. I think with Aggies, it's first time I meet you. Pleased to meet you. I think what you're saying is on the opposite side of Man City. They signed midfielders and never signed a striker. They've never lost sleep about signing a striker. He still doesn't lose sleep about it. Whereas with United, I feel that it's about form, and form is not something that you can see. You can't see when someone's in form. It's a state of mind. The confidence in your team at the moment is so low that they can't string 3 wins together. But the minute they strung 3, 4, 5 wins together, United fans were talking about we are world class. The media were writing up about players being world class. That's the problem with your club, is that 3, 4 wins and then all of a sudden they are becoming world class. And the problem is the fact that
it's the same with everybody. This is just a United thing. It's the same with
Wow,
every club.
Arsenal
We
do-
heard
Arsenal do
about
the
the
exact same fucking thing though, eh?
five in a row. We heard
Arsenal-
and then they
No,
were
we
one.
do the exact
It's
same
not
thing.
the same.
Five
But
in
the
a row
thing-
from Arsenal.
we do the
Otete
exact
in,
same
Otete
thing,
in,
Prem.
Otete in. The
No,
fuck?
but
It's the
the-
same.
Don't,
with
you
every
know
club.
how I feel about Arteta.
But
But
the
we did the
media,
same thing when we
the
won.
media doesn't. The media's not writing up Arsenal. Who the most informed team before the break now was who? City and Arsenal. They're probably the most informed teams that you could get. But because of where Arsenal are laying, we don't speak about it. Unfortunately for United, whenever you go in the dip, it's all over the media. Whenever you win, you are written up as a potential title favourites. That's not your fault. That's not your fault. But it's just the fact
I
that
feel it's like that with every club, though. I think it's like that with
No,
every
it's
club.
not.
Because, I mean, look
You
at
know
West
what?
Ham's form
That's
right
not-
now.
the
West
thing is this,
Ham
Benny.
supposed to be the
Benny, we
favourite
came-
of
we
the
came
top
That's a
four.
brilliant point.
Penny, we came second, and no one, even the run into the year with Chelsea won the league and we were chasing him.
No,
one
you
gave
came
us a
second
chance.
in a one-horse race. You came second to fucking Leicester City, bro.
No,
Yeah,
we
but
came
the
second
difference-
that year.
No,
we came
we came-
second.
Oh
We
yes,
came
they
second
came
to
third in a
Chelsea.
fucking one-horse race. My
Yeah,
bad.
but that means nothing to me. I don't care about anything above Spurs. I want to win trophies. But Aggies, I want to
There it
bring you on
is.
to this point. I want to bring you on to this point as well, Aggies. And then I also want to ask you the question: what do you think the underlying and Aggies and Ben? I want you both of you can decide which one you are going to take on this front. Why does Beast have two Beasters now here at the bottom? Beaster, which one are you?
Beaster.
I'm here.
What the
I'm here.
fuck?
I
Okay, so I
swapped
the other
from
one,
my. I swapped from my
Whoa.
laptop to my phone, man.
Well, Beaster just
There was
replaced
three.
Prem.
There was three.
Prem.
Where's the fake beast?
Whoa.
What happened now? He's all the plates
Prem
gone.
said Eskom hit him. Prem said
Oh,
Eskom hit him.
James, load
Eskom hit him.
shedding.
Yeah,
No,
There's
there's
no
not
load
load
shedding.
no, yes, no
There's no
load
load
shedding.
shedding.
Your God is good.
Ah, but
Prem
he
has
must
gone.
Buy
load
electricity.
Nah, by him and
Yeah.
him.
Nah, it's
I want to
suspended.
touch on that.
Load shedding as a whole.
Yeah, there's no load shedding.
God only coupled is
By
gone back. He's up.
by him. But love for
Strike him
jumping
with
on, Prem.
lightning.
Love for jumping on. He left me something here in the private chat. Okay, yeah, I said load shedding. It does anyway. It's cool. No worries.
Level Prem.
I can see you filled with remorse. Aggies, I wanted to touch on this point as well, and I want to ask you and Benny as well. What do you guys think is the underlying problem currently? Because for me, personally, you guys have a way better team than us. But the way it looks like to me is, no matter what manager comes in there, he's stuck with a poison chalice. Like, no manager can come in there. And I want to leave this as an open general discussion as well. Pascal, Isidore, Beaster, we can talk about this because I just saw United play at 10, so we have time. So let's go. Aggies, you first.
Look, for me personally, I feel United, because the club is so big, because the marketing is so big, and because of the money that comes into the club is such a lot. The players are always demanding more. I mean, if I look at our salary bill, Anthony Martial left our club now. Mo Salah at Liverpool doesn't even earn the salary that Anthony Martial earns at Manchester United. So what happens in that case is you're getting players in, you're paying them an inflated salary, and when it comes to them being moved on, you struggle moving these guys on because other clubs literally just can't afford them. And then they've got this thing with, when another player wants to go to a certain club, we can come in and give him more money. Once again, you're just signing a name. You're not looking at a system or what is good for your team going forward. So United has got this, like I said earlier, they've got this obsession with attacking players. But the attacking players need people to feed them. They need people to break the balls down. You need people to work the game for you. And I mean, if I look at Jorginho at Chelsea, this guy is brilliant in what he does. You've got Fred and McTominay, which 3 managers has literally played these guys already. But these guys won't be able to walk into a Southampton team. The Southampton, he's got He's got it 100% there. So for
Spot
me,
on, brilliant comments. Spot on.
I would honestly say what Ranić has done now, letting these couple of guys go out of the club, we need to totally rebuild this club. And the people can say, they're gonna chuck more money into it. They're gonna chuck more money into
Load
it.
shedding,
My
man.
thing is this: you need to get a manager that is going to build the squad, but not just work on attacking players. Build the squad totally from the back. Because if I look at our team,
Yeah.
when I look at the Gaya, do I want another goalkeeper there? No, I don't want another goalkeeper there. We've got Varane. I don't want another centre back. Luke Shaw, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We've got a good pool of players. The problem we sit with is our central midfield. And you can have what attacking talent up front. If you're losing the midfield battle on a weekly basis, if you lose a midfield battle against Newcastle, your strikers is going to suffer. And that is the problem with Manchester United.
Akis, I just want to break your word there quickly. Sorry for breaking your word. But on that, I just want to say that if, like, you mentioning names of players that can take that position, 2 left backs, 2 goalkeepers, whatever, United can buy the best CDM that there is in the world. If they get Kante, Declan Rice, everyone that they want, they can choose one of the 5. If they get that person, I don't see anything changing at United. It runs deeper than a CDM or the core of United. Their mentality, their attitude is not the United I saw growing up. When I
Exactly.
I
watched
agree,
United,
100%
Peter.
I agree also
I
that,
didn't
yeah.
like them. I didn't like them because of how they were a team of Ronaldos. I used to fucking throw up in my mouth when I used to see a United fan because they just took the piss out of me. The way they were. The way they played football was so good that there wasn't a team that could compete with him. And it was frustrating watching that growing up. You were a child, and it's like every time your lollipop fall in the sand, they buy you a new lollipop and fall in the sand. That's watching United. And you don't see that anymore. So I don't care if they buy the best players. It's not going to work for them. They need a Fergie in there. They need a Roy Keane in there. They need
They
change
needed
in
the
the
Conte. They
change room
needed a Conte in there. They mustn't.
I
They
don't
must
even
stop
think that's
worrying
gonna
with
be
the
enough
puppet
because
managers that
the-
everybody that the board controls. They need a
their
manager
mentality
in
needs to
there
change.
that can
Their
rebuild
mentality
this club.
and
That's what they
a
need.
coach like Conte would not have. I don't think he would have done the trick.
No.
They wouldn't have taken Conte because Conte would have ripped everything
The dressing
apart.
room would have rejected Conte. I can tell you that. I can tell you that much. It's like
And then
this
what?
this team
And then
is
what
a
happens
poison
is
chalice for
the
anyone
board.
coming in. Look at all
The
the shit
board
that Ralph
would
has
then
gone through
side
since
with
he's
the
been there.
players. The board would side with the players, and you wonder why these guys don't perform. Can you guys remember the time when Jose wanted Pogba out of the club? What did the board do? No, we need Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba sells shirts. He's heavily followed on Instagram. I would have sided with Jose Mourinho and get Paul Pogba out of the club.
But look at everything that Ralph's gone through since he's come in. Subbing Ronaldo showing him disrespect live in front of the world. Saying that Jesse Lingard is given time off. Jesse Lingard comes out and says, no, I have not. They told me to stay at home. So he's been undermined in the news, in the media,
dogs now out?
constantly. And now
Beast.
Greenwood also. The Greenwood.
Your dog is
It's always
hungry,
you.
big,
What-
bruh.
Sorry,
Feed
Benny,
it.
sorry to interrupt you. Sorry. DNP TV. If you got your own channel, my bro, leave your link in the comments. And I can put it in the description quickly, and we can get you some subscribers, my friend. Come on, let's plug it. Let's do it.
Why do I feel that
Leave
at
your
least
link in-
DVD and Pascal TV?
Yo, for real, né? For real.
Pictures of your
Hey,
duplicate
Pascal,
fucking pages.
Pascal, let's start our own channel. Pascal, let's start our own channel. There's a name there and then.
Exactly.
Copyright, my bro.
But I agree with
Carry on.
Lisa, and I agree with Aggies the same. It's mentality, and it's bigger than a CDM. It's a lot bigger than a CDM. And I feel that given the full reign of this club and given the right to make the proper decisions, Ralph was one of the best signings that United could have made. Because I see what he's doing as a manager, and I want him to take that exact same mentality into when he goes upstairs. Because this club does need restructuring from the back to the front. And I'm not just talking personnel. I'm talking a whole culture is set. We can't.
It's exactly like.
Goodbye with Tika Taka. We can't.
Yeah,
do that. We can't
I was just
replicate
going to add
Barcelona's team.
Barcelona in there now.
We can't
had the best
replicate.
players.
So now we go our way. We move our way. We sign the players that we want, and this is even if it takes the next 5 years without trophies, we fine. We can take the banter from all you bitches as long as there's progress, and as long as there's identity, and as long as there's fucking players in the club that want to play for the fucking club. That's the main thing. Fuck everything else, because once you get that right, the results come, the trophies come, everything else comes. But you've been in limbo for this longest time, not knowing what to do. I mean, we spent the most out of everyone since 2012. What have we won since then? It's clearly not the board not supporting, but the resources have been there. If you look,
Yeah, the money has been given, yeah.
Yeah, Pascal,
Yeah.
Pascal,
The-
sorry,
the-
Pascal and Isidore, when Benny has done, I want you guys to give your thoughts on it as an outsider, because I think
I'm done.
I
I just
think
don't know
I
if you
just
guys
wanna
agree
add-
with me.
I
I
just want to
think-
add
but-
on to what Benny said now on where if you compare United to any of the other clubs, if United is not doing well, they would walk to their chairman or that CEO or whoever's house and go throw petrol bombs there because that's the fans. They've had enough. We want out. Arsenal does the same thing. Liverpool, as a supporter, from 1989 when we last won the league before this one now, we didn't win any league yet. But the fans could have also reacted the same way. But the fans weren't as spoiled as what United's fans are. United's fans' voices feel so, it's like they have a say in the decisions that the board is going to make. Same with Arsenal. They force certain decisions, like the Ronaldo one now. No one in United's fan base would have been okay with him going to City. But if it was merely about football, no one would have cared if he went to City. No one would have cared if he went to City. But the main thing was not letting Ronaldo go to City. So it's either you're going to take that or you're going to focus on us doing something, winning leagues, winning Champions Leagues, making top fours. What is our main focus about? Ronaldo was really a spanner in the works. Yes, he's one of the best players in the world, if not the best. But him coming to the club just set you back another season or two, I feel. Whether you even get top of the season, it won't change my perspective of what Ronaldo did. Because I saw something in Ole. Ole had something planned, and Ronaldo wasn't part of his plans. When Ronaldo came in, the plan changed. It was forced. That was a forced change. When Ronaldo came in, they were forced to fill him into the team. Ole had a plan. His plan didn't work when Ronaldo came.
Ronaldo got all he said.
Like
Everybody must just admit
Yeah.
that Ronaldo got all he said.
Now, Ole got himself sacked. Because you know where I started losing faith in Ole is, now, when we talk about system again, Jurgen Klopp lost games at Liverpool. I remember a game, West Ham was leading 2-0. Liverpool was leading 2-0 and they lost. In the last 5 minutes, West Ham scored two goals and they drew the game. But Klopp never wavered in his approach to the way he plays football. Ole was all over the show. When the results didn't go Ole's way, what did Ole do? Now we'll play against with a back five. You've never played with a back five whole season. When you do that, when you're taking people out of a system because you are now afraid Man City is gonna beat you or Liverpool is gonna beat you, you lose the players because if results are not going your way and now your manager is all over the show, he doesn't show character by sticking with a system that we have played with whole season and done well. Now all of a sudden you're changing, knowing you don't have the personnel to play that system. I'll make an example. You let Axel Twansebe go, but then you end up playing with a back three, with 3 centre backs. So if one of that centre backs is injured, who's going to play centre back? But you let the centre back go to Aston Villa. It doesn't make sense. You had to stick to your system, and that was the only way the players in your system will have confidence. But Ole was over the show, and his love for Fred and McTominay made me sick.
That was. I understand that, Ashina, but I don't agree with you. I don't
100%
agree with you.
Go ahead, Benny. Go
When-
ahead.
when-
Wanted
when-
Issa
when-
to actually come in, but go ahead, Benny.
When we played Liverpool and got hammered 5-0, we played the exact same against City. Now, for me, when you do the same thing, expecting different results, it's like Albert
Even
Einstein
before
said, that is
Liverpool,
insanity.
Atalanta.
And
Even before Liverpool.
Before Liverpool, and in
The
the same
game-
at Watford. Like, he needed to change because it wasn't working. It wasn't working. So, we, for a long time, we played the same formation, the same squad, got hammered left, right, and center. Went on for 2 months. Remember, always it wasn't 1 defeat, 2 defeats. It was 2 months consecutively that we were kala kak. And in that time, he changed from 4 to a back 5. And when we played back 5, we actually played better defensively. We actually played better defensively. And that is when you are in the shit, like we were. You try different shit to get the best out of the players that you have. Unfortunately, it didn't work with him. But I feel that had we not run, I always say, and I said this on a few points, we had a plan and identity going into this season. Ronaldo was not a part of that plan. He was never a part of all his
I
plans.
agree.
I know you did.
I just wanted to, before you go on, Benny, the DMP TV said every time a big player comes in, the plan changes. I fully agree with that. But
I
if
agree.
that big player wasn't part of the plan, it's even worse. If you're
it's
planning
even
to
worse,
buy a big
exactly.
player, if you're planning to buy a big player, you're making provision for when he comes in. They weren't planning to buy Ronaldo.
Exactly.
No, we can't. Sorry,
also-
Dylan, I want to comment on this comment. Dylan, we can't.
Yeah, that's
we
why I
can't,
want to.
we
No,
can't.
but I want to bring this to Pascal and to Isidore. But okay, let's have a general discussion then. Go ahead. You learn first, and then Pascal and Isidore can go then. Go ahead.
We can't. But just remember, that is one player in a team of 11 that takes the field. It's not just about that one player. We can have the most professional person in the world, but if the other 10 are not on his level, it doesn't matter. If he doesn't fit, if that one professional player doesn't fit into the system that we had in the 2 years prior and going forward into the new season, it doesn't matter. He can be the best, but if he doesn't fit into the system, remember, it's not individual sport. It's not. One player can't make an entire team.
But,
Yeah,
B,
but-
look, he's got a winning mentality. He's coming. He wants to see winners. He knows the old school Man United. He knows the best Premier League Manchester United team. So shouldn't he call these players out? Because I
I
clearly think the
understand
players
that, but
are
our
the problem.
club went from a harmonious before him, a very harmonious dressing room, to what we currently sit with right now.
No, but-
and
but
that is,
look
and
at
that is
the end
after
of
the
the
signing
day.
of Ronaldo.
Shout
Don't
out to
get me wrong.
Shout out to Dylan Morris here in the comments. It's literally when he came on and he gave that interview where he said, when he came into the United side, you know how he used to take people to the line, Nomvete style, beat you 5 times there, cut in, whatever. Your strikers can't make runs. And then the senior players in the team actually told him, look, this is what we expect from you and those type of things. And I could see how frustrated Ronaldo got with Mason Greenwood because this is one of the best headers of the ball. But what do our strikers do? Because they are literally inverted strikers. They're not wingers. So they were constantly cutting in and taking shots when this man is standing there right up front, waiting for service. So if he's calling them out on things that they do, older players, older generation players would actually take it to heart. This is what I should do. But these new social media style players, everything, it's an issue for them because these players get too much too quickly. And that's why even now Mason Greenwood sits in this situation that he's sitting in. Because they become too big-headed too quickly. I mean, if I was at United, you would sit there and listen from this guy. This guy has won Champions Leagues. He knows what it is to be a Ballon d'Or. You can literally take things from him and take it forward.
Now you see David, from the outside, as a Liverpool fan, like Beast, I hate United. Every week, when Liverpool loses, just United all over. But now the roles has been reversed. We shall say in Afrikaans, as jou dag is, as het jou dag meteen. Now, but it's just like the cup was the FA Cup. Now it's a World Cup. Now it's a cup for United. Now for Liverpool in the final. Now everything is just on United side now again. And also, I always ask this question to my other friends, my United friends. Last season, you guys won top of Liverpool. You guys never had a problem with goals. Who was your top goal scorer? What's his name? Um,
Bruno.
yeah, Bruno Fernandes. You guys never have a problem. Now Ronaldo comes in because of City. Now you guys can't score goals now again. You see. So, but for me, at this present moment, look, I'm enjoying it. Not gonna lie, I'm enjoying it, baby. Bruno.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's not just shameless, yeah, but I know what you mean.
That's
Pascal,
why
talk to me
I was.
from the
I
outside.
had a
Pascal,
very nice childhood. I had a very nice childhood. I was happy
also.
for like 30 years in a row.
We also. I
But now-
remember those days
also
fondly,
reverse.
Akhi. I remember those days fondly.
we're coming
Now
on to those
I
days.
remember
Don't
that
worry.
response as well, Benny.
We're coming on to those
Like
days. Don't worry.
Jesus,
Pascal,
like your
just
lollipop.
lastly, I want to come on to Liverpool and Leicester, and then I want to do the midweek preview and talk about the team of the best team of the Premier League. Just lastly, what is your take on the whole United situation, my brother?
Well, it's good to see that the two Liverpool fans have grown wings on the panel. You know, they obviously feeling good about their team and stuff like that. You know, Beast are talking about 1989 as if you witnessed that title winning side. You know, it's just all interesting to sit here and witness. Come on, give me a break. Yeah, but you didn't witness it. You've only witnessed one of those in your lifetime. That was a couple of seasons ago. So stop it.
I think
But anyway,
he was 7 days old when Liverpool won their last the league before.
and the
But
man
if
is
he remembers it, man.
I like it. I like it when people ask me that question because then my thing is, my explanation was my understanding of that is before I was born, we were the best team, no? So I got born.
Yeah.
Now I'm born. I live my life. I watch Liverpool. I support Liverpool. I am almost 30 years old. And people is telling me, we're coming for you. We're coming. Now, I mean, what do you mean we're coming for you? No, you have 18. We're going to get 18 soon. Now, I'm like, you coming for me now? I'm almost 30. And then I turn 30, and you tell me, I'm past you with one. I'm past you with... I'm like, but I lived my whole life. I didn't see my team win one, and you only hear about me now.
But that just shows the difference in gap that there was, Beaster. What was it, 13? It was 13. That's a lot of fucking leagues, Beaster. 13 is a lot of leagues. You won what? 2 in 30.
Mr. Freezing.
no, it's frozen now. Yeah,
2 in
but
30. So we won 13 leagues in that
shit.
time.
now getting
We're
back.
gonna knock Liverpool off their fucking perch. They were minus 13. That's bruh. Taiwa gedoen,
Yeah.
Beast.
Anyways, carry on.
Getting
Brad,
back-
okay?
Yeah, getting back to your question though, about United. If you remember this, what year did Fergie retire again, guys?
2013.
They won the league, their
2013.
last league title.
2013.
2013. Yeah. Okay. So when it was announced that he would be leaving, right? And David D would know this because we belonged to a certain group at that time on WhatsApp. I mentioned in the group now, and I said to the guys that this was the last time that United would dominate English football to the way they did, right? Like winning one title after year, almost every second year they were winning a title, the Premier League title. And I say that because I honestly believed that the departure of Sir Alex went beyond just the departure of a coach. You know what I mean? That's like the Godfather leaving the family. You know what I mean? And
Premier League.
yeah. Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
Premier League power.
Yeah, so
That's the comment of the year so far.
yeah, so
Legally.
wow.
Carry on, Pascal. Sorry.
Yeah, so
It's very unprofessional. I need to stop doing it. Sorry.
So yeah, like obviously Sir Alex's departure, it wasn't just the departure of the coach. You know what I mean? He had his DNA all over that club. You know what I mean? Talk about a manager being in charge of a football club. So I just felt like once, and that was like what, 25 years, 25, 26 years. Once a person like that leaves, that type of stability that he built, that dynasty, there was always going to be a problem. And also look at it this way, David D. There were some leaders when Ferguson left. There were a couple of leaders left, the Carricks and all that. But now all those guys retired. There are no leaders in that team, honestly speaking. Like if you look at everybody there on that pitch now, I mean, you can talk about, yeah, sure, people do talk about De Gea and all of that other stuff, but no, like a true leader, a Roy Keane, that's what you need, man. Like every other title-winning team needs somebody like that, and United don't have that. All right, they've now got a bunch of softies, big personalities, but like Aggies was saying, spoiled. They want to be pampered. Like if you raise the finger at them, they'll tell their agent that they want to leave. That type of behavior. That wasn't the United way. You know what I mean? So they've become soft, but they lack direction. And I just feel like Ferguson's departure kind of just led that to unravel the way it is now.
Fair enough. I couldn't agree with him more. Like, what was telling me, my bro, is the other day I saw on Twitter there was a post of the anniversary of the Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira bust up in the tunnel where United won us 4-2. I'm like, this is what. Now I'm looking at it from my perspective because I believe in sweeping in front of my own door first. I'm not going to talk about United. They know whatever they are. They are a big club, whatever. They have better players than us. But I've gone from Patrick Vieira, Bergkamp, Henry, all those players, Lauren standing in a tunnel, to fucking Granit Xhaka being my captain. I'm like, how far have we fallen that I'm looking back at this? Somebody even told me, download this. I said, I don't want to download this. This is not positive. This is not positive for me because I haven't won the league since Patrick Vieira. Just like Benny said earlier, they haven't won the league since Scholes. Our standards have fallen so far that now I have fans telling me that grew up. Look, I'm sure we are all over 30 or what. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. And I'm sure we've started watching, like, Isidore, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to go around. When did you start watching football, personally?
Yo, Brad, Chica in 1998.
Fine.
Yeah.
Aggies, you?
Around.
Probably about 95.
Fine. Mr. P? I know already.
96, 97. Roundabout there, 97.
P? P,
Yeah,
how
about
about you?
97, 98. Eric
Yeah.
Cantona.
Pista?
96, 97, yeah. 96,
So
97.
that's why I'm saying, that's why I like a panel like this is because we've seen our clubs be at that height, and I'm specifically talking to Aggies and Benny. We've seen our clubs. So we've come out of that youth in the sense that we know what we were, if I'm making sense. So to see how far we've fallen, and somebody's going to tell me, send me that video of Vieira and Roy Keane. I don't want to send you that. Because right now, that's not what it is. Right now, I've got Liverpool that's miles ahead of me. You can banter them for 30 years. Well, we are 18 years into it. We're 12 years away from Liverpool already. So why are you laughing at them?
Yeah.
I can guarantee you Liverpool will win about 3 more league titles before we win our next one in the next 10 years. Who's closer to winning a next league title? Same with Chelsea as well. People can banter Chelsea. Yeah, rich money club, this and this, oil and that. I don't care about the money. It's not my money. What I care about is success on the pitch. I don't care how many managers you fire. What is a winning mentality. The perfect example, I'll bring it to you like this. Liverpool signed Diaz. Okay, brilliant signing. Liverpool missed out on Carvalho. They don't care. They're going to get him on the free. City didn't make one signing. Okay, they made one. That Argentinian striker. I don't want to come back. But the thing is,
Julian Alvarez.
Pascal, the Alvarez, there's it. Pascal, you guys didn't make any signings. The thing is, the standards of your 3 clubs are that high that you don't need to panic buy in January. Do you know what I mean? So my thinking is, our standards are so in the mud that we can't even speak to you guys. So I don't want to watch stuff.
But Davey, you guys did panic sell.
We panic so. But again, look, bro, let me put it to you like this. We always reactive and not proactive. I'll give you a perfect question. Why do Arsenal always wait for dominoes to fall in the market? I'll give you our three top signings. Our three top signings. Mesut Ozil came on the back of Gareth Bale going to Spurs. No? Alexis Sanchez came on the back of either Suarez or Neymar. I don't want to commit to it. Aubameyang came on the back of what's that brother's name? Batshuayi and Giroud going to Chelsea. That's dominoes falling on the last day. That's not a big club. A big club don't act like that. Look at all three of those players. Look how they all live. Why is it that all our big players leave on unceremonious circumstances, my brother? You explain to me.
The manager.
And not even that, Devon.
There you go. I'm glad you said it. Because if I said I have an agenda.
Devon, and even look at your last 4 or 5 captains that you had after Patrick Vieira. I mean, you can just from
last
William
good one was
Gallas,
Robin van Persie.
from
That is the last
William
good
Gallas
catch about.
walking out at halftime to Granit Xhaka saying "fuck you" to the fans. All these guys that has been Arsenal captains, I think the weight on their shoulders is too much.
And
But
it's like, you know
the
what we
weight
did?
of Arsenal captain was too much for Henry as well. Your Henry was
No,
not
not
a good
really.
Arsenal
No,
captain.
no,
I don't think
no,
Henry
it
was a
wasn't.
good Arsenal captain.
No, it wasn't. He carried us to a Champions League final. Was that heavy?
He never won it. You guys are fucking bitches.
He didn't win it.
Second,
He was 10 men.
runners up means
No,
fuck
no,
off.
no, no.
Don't even try
No. He
to.
won
You
top
did
goal
look
scorer
at
in
me
that
last
time. He
week
won
with
top goal scorer. Don't talk about
Look at me last week with that.
As good as Henry was, nine finals, no goals. So
Hey, no, I don't worry. He scored
he
me
doesn't
over
have that
200
beard.
goals already. I can play you already. Don't worry. He don't need to do that. He done. He got us there. Look, gents. Let's come on to it. Benny and others, I don't want to keep you from the chat, so I want to run through it quickly. I'm not going to talk about the handball rule. I wanted to, but that's a discussion for another day. Something interesting. Look, we had nostalgia for the past 2 weeks. And then just fitting, this popped up on my Twitter feed today. Manchest United 07-08 has been voted the greatest Premier League side ever. I'll let you guys land first. Isidro, give me your thoughts on it. And who, if not that team, who do you regard as the best Premier League side ever?
I would say that time was it between Chelsea, Arsenal, and United. Did I say right now? Arsenal, Chelsea, United. Yeah. That
But
was the
which
best.
one? Pick one.
What team do you
United.
think was best at that time?
United.
No. It's in the Premier League ever, eh?
Premier League era.
Ever. So who do you think is the best?
From which date now? From which date now? Is that
Premier League era.
From
all time,
92,
bro.
from 92 until now.
From 92, yeah.
I would say United.
Thank you,
Which
Isidro.
one?
Do
That's
you think that
personal
team,
for me.
do you think that specific
But
team?
which one though?
Yeah. Remember
one
you had
that-
the
the one-
99 treble winning team also.
The treble, the Champions League. the FA Cup.
98-99 winning team.
That's the 98
I,
team, yeah.
I put on the 07-08 for the nostalgia tonight, but unfortunately not for me. The 98-99 team for me was, I would just say, leaps and bounds, but more as a collective, because if you're looking at your 07-08 team, I mean, that is the first year Ronaldo won the Ballon d'Or with the 42 goals. So on an individual basis, yes, it catapulted him to superstardom. But if you're talking about teams as a collective, I mean, if I run through some of those names, and you can compare Schmeichel versus Edwin van der Sar. You're talking about Vidic, but we had Jaap Stam in that team. So more or less, and if you look at the whole balance of the team, you always had good guys. I mean, Ronnie Johnson, they forged good careers, not being first choice, but they were. It wasn't like a guy coming into the team. Oh, we're looking weak at the back. It was just not a guy that is just not in the starting 11. But they all did that job. I mean, we did the Beckhams, Butt, Scholes, Cole, York. I think that was for me just a well-balanced team. If Cole is not there today, we throw Ollie in. If Ollie is not there, we throw Sheringham in. We were not reliant on one person in the team. Sometimes Beckham never played, but then we had at that time we had Cruyff there as well. We had Poborski there as well.
I was about to say, Karel Poborski also was in the mix.
We had
Henk and Chelsea.
good guys. We had good guys that we could throw in the mix that did the job.
Yeah, but Aggies, this 07-08 team won 3 Premier Leagues in a row, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
Yes.
I
Leagues
meant to
and
make
the
you
Champions
compare
League.
as well. That's
Remember-
what I'm saying.
Liverpool won their title now, and they were saying that this is the best Premier League team ever. They have only still won that one. You understand, Aggie? It's not easy to win
but-
3 in a row.
Benny,
bro.
but Benny, I fully agree with you
still.
there. But my thing is that 07-08 team, there was no team in the Premier League that could compare to United
Yeah, we
from
couldn't.
2006 up until 2010. Now, Liverpool won that league. Liverpool should have won the league after that also. But the league before that, they had 97 points. And City beat them to the title. The league wasn't the
1
same.
point.
There was
But
contenders
that's a
when Liverpool won the
most
league.
different.
Between Chelsea and City, there was full contention. Your 07-08 team, no one could smell United. That was when you win the league like City won the league 2-3 years ago, where
Yeah.
it's a gap. You
But
win
the
it with a
Champions
month
League
to
as
go.
well, Beast. It's not just the 3 consecutive Premier Leagues. They won the Champions League as well.
Yes,
And I think that's
but
a massive achievement for any team. But the question here is Premier League.
That's
So
a very good point. It's not based on that 1 year, it's what they did over that period
yes,
as well. Because
that's what I'm trying to say.
that
That is
team
why I believe that
dominated
team
actually.
is the
Let's be
best.
fair.
And I
Because
think
they were
also-
consistent, gents.
And I think
if
also,
I say, okay, I would put it like this. My all-time United team is 98-99. That's my all-time
For me
favorite
also,
team.
for me.
But my
That
best
personally for me
Premier
is the
League
one.
team, best Premier League team is 07-08.
For me.
Yes. I agree,
Ah, look.
Beast. Aggies, do you agree?
For me, the 98-99 team.
Ah,
Because
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
I look at
Everything.
because when I look at the names in that 07-08 team, I mean, as it was Edwin van der Sar, Gary Neville, Patrick Evra, Rio Ferdinand, John O'Shea, Vidic, Wes Brown, Owen Hargreaves, Ronaldo, Anderson, Giggs, Park Ji-sung, Carrick, Nani, Scholes. So it was a good balanced
Ah,
team.
it's a fucked
Aggies,
team. Aggies, if you're going to make your
Evra.
names, just going to be
Sorry.
fucking chills, bruh.
Sorry,
Imagine.
can I come in? Can I come in if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Can I come in? I
But
just
not
wanna I just wanna hop on what you said, Aggies. I remember that's when I started watching football. No, 98. You guys destroyed my whole life in the 98 when Ryan Giggs is solo. So let me put it like this: we didn't win a league until 2001, 2002. So that also means a period of Premier League dominance, if I'm not mistaken, from 98 until 2001, 2002. That's 4 league. That's 4 years. And the year before that, you moved us 6-1 on OT, if I'm making sense. So hence why I go 98 treble team. Pascal, how about you? You guys also have some bad boy teams, man. When Mourinho came in, first year,
Especially the first
Rivaldo,
Mourinho team.
Thierry, Robin,
First Mourinho
next
team,
year,
Yeah.
you got
Yeah, the
after
first-
we won unbeaten, you went to go get more points, and I think you only lost once, a Nelka penalty, I
Yeah.
think, Man City, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. My
Yeah.
memory serves me correct. So you could have even been invincible, and in the next year you went on and dominated again, and then obviously United took the title from you guys again. But again,
Yeah.
that's my opinion. Who do you think is the best ever Premier League team?
I mean, obviously that Mourinho team was special. I mean, obviously as a Chelsea fan, that Mourinho team was very special. It was the spine of the team was just, I mean, look, it was pure dominance. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, if we're talking about in the Premier League era, there are 2 teams that are put above the 06 Chelsea team, right? And so that would be the 98-99 United team, the one that won the treble. I get Benny's point of the 3 consecutive 08, you know, but that's like what okay, so they won the league 3 times in a row, but with what else? Did they win like doubles or what? You know what I mean? So
Yes, one Champions League and FA Cup, I think. And no,
Okay,
Carabao
No,
Cup.
Calling Cup, not the FA Cup.
and the Carabao Cup. So, but for me, I think the 98-99 team was the best for me simply because those guys won what they needed to win right there and then at once, right? I mean, and like Achi said, when you look at the team, the names of that team, pretty much all like from 1 to 11, they were all leaders out there. you know, and I don't think you'd have that much personalities at a club level ever again, to the point that just the way they were. I mean, if you look at
They
all
don't
of
make
them,
them
man,
like that anymore, Pascal. You're not
Exactly.
gonna get one in the team. Never
Nah,
mind
you won't.
11.
you don't even get, yeah, exactly. So I'd have to go with the 98, 99 team. And if I had to choose a second team, I'd have to go with the Invincibles, because what they did, I
That's
don't
my
think we'll
second
ever
team
see
as well.
again. I don't think we'll ever see that again. Unbeaten the whole season in the Premier League, I doubt that we'll ever see that. It was just a pleasure to watch those guys do that and actually achieve that milestone.
But also on that, Devon, if you talk about those two teams now, when you look at them, didn't it look like a whole bunch of men playing football?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you look at the
I never
team,
once
it looked
thought-
like men. But like when
Yeah.
you look at football
Now they're like
now,
a column pussies.
Say again, say louder, Benny, say louder. Say louder. Nah,
Is that it?
agreed, fully agreed. Look, I know everybody's gonna say the Invincibles, but and you're gonna call me negative and whatever, but for me, I was chatting to Aggies offline about this as well. My personal opinion, yes, I get we went unbeaten, but I would have loved to win the treble that year, because you know why? That was a year that Monaco and Porto played in the final. All the big dogs got knocked out in that Champions League final. That's the one thing I wanted. The week
That's when
before,
Mourinho won it.
that's when Mourinho won it, yeah. So the week before that, we played a second string team against Manchest United. Paul Scholes scored the goal. Henri didn't play, Birkin didn't play. I'm thinking, why are you not going for this? Because we put all our eggs in the Champions League basket. So that's why I put the treble team, the treble winning team, above that team. Because for me, when you're on your peak, you need to capitalize on every trophy. Pascal, you guys used to win doubles year in, year out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Liverpool won the Champions League next year. They win the league and whatever it's gonna go on. And I'm sure
You're right about that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
when we're gonna come back to the sport again, one of you will be a champion. You know what I mean? So either way, that's success for you. Either way. So for me, when you're on your peak, you need to capitalize. And that was the only look. The Invincible season was fine, but for me personally, we drew 12 games. The next season, Chelsea went and smashed our points record.
Yeah.
And you look at Liverpool, when Liverpool won the league, they smashed every record out of the sight.
Yeah.
They were even going for 100 points at one point. That's how good they were. So for me, when you're on your peak, you need to capitalize. And I just don't feel that team capitalized that most. That's why. But I love it. Like the gold trophy is like, you know, when a guy is coming to you with a knife and you have a gun in your back, in the back at the party. That's my gun that I bring out only in difficult time. But I'm not promoting criminal violence or gun violence or anything like that. But that's just how I feel. That is how I feel about it. But yeah, look, I hear you. I know what you mean. The Premier League is difficult. Look, it will never be done again. No team will go unbeaten. I can tell you that straight up.
No, it'll never be done. No, never. Not in the Premier League.
Now. The league is more competitive now than what it was back then.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
back
Because now,
in that time there was like three clubs that could win the league. If you're looking at it now, you got like 6-7 clubs. That is in amongst it.
Yeah, the playing field has been leveled in terms of money and all of that, and so it's always going to be competitive.
And I mean, look at it now. You're gonna have next season. You're gonna have Newcastle in the mix as well.
I want him to go down, my bro.
They're gonna get relegated, bro.
I want him to go down.
I think they'll stay in. I think they're gonna survive and they'll reload over the summer. They'll probably buy whoever they want to buy.
They're also gonna sign Mbappe. They signed fucking Chris Wood.
They bought Chris Wood for 25 million. We let Aubameyang go for free to Barcelona. So that's a story for another. They don't get me vexed. I'm actually enjoying this convo.
Anyway, David D, just before you move on, right? I agree with the point that you made that, you know, when a squad is at its peak and they've dominated, right? They need to win the relevant stuff. Because if you look at the United teams that are on discussion, the 08 as well as the 99 one, they went on to win not only the title but the Champions League as well, right? And other things in between. And so when you talk about the Invincibles, you're right. The one thing that they were supposed to ensure, even if it wasn't for that season, but maybe the next season, that was to win the Champions League. You know what I mean? As to at least solidify, because even we did it, like with the Drogbas, with that generation, you know, of the golden Chelsea guys, with the Drogbas and all of this. We went to win the Champions League as well, on top of everything we won. So I just think that that's a valid point that you're making.
Thanks,
There's
my bro.
never so much thing as too much money, my friend. There's
There's
never
never
that.
thing too much money.
There's
The
never
game is
that.
about money. Yeah. Benny B, your best team. I'm gonna run to the fridge now to get me another beer because I'm enjoying this discussion. Actually, we actually have about a half an hour left, so we can stretch it. Benny B, you go, and then in that same breath, if I don't come back in time, then Beast can also go as well with his best Premier League team as well.
I have three. It's the 0708. Obviously, that's my number one. And then obviously the 98, 99. Peace and harmony tonight, bro. Peace and harmony. And then my third team would be the Invincibles. My fourth team is Liverpool's last
You fucking
season.
said 3 teams.
But sorry, I forgot the Liverpool team. The Liverpool team that won the league now recently. That team was amazing from front to back. And the football that they played throughout that season. So I don't just base my winning the league. It's how you win the league.
That's
you
what-
win the league.
That's
And
why
if
I
you win the league unbeaten, that's amazing. If you win the league by the amount of points that you guys did and how you won it after coming back from lockdown, you could have lost every single game and still win the league. That shows dominance. So I have 4. That's my 4 teams. You can go Beast up.
Mine, I also thought about my Liverpool team because player-wise, even though we didn't win anything, or we won like domestic cups, not leagues, but maybe a Champions League, there was other Liverpool teams that I preferred over the 1920 team that won the league. But because the league means that much to us, we didn't win one yet for 30 years. The Champions League wasn't that big of a deal, even though it's the best team in Europe that lifts that trophy. It wasn't seen as big as what the league meant to Liverpool. If they could give Liverpool before 1920, what one trophy can you get? You can only choose one. You can choose 5 Champions Leagues, 5 FA Cups, 5 League Cups, or 1 league. We would have taken the league because it meant more to us than any other trophy.
And and you came close, obviously, under Brendan Rodgers. You know what I mean? And it was painful. You just let it, just to see it, get a feel of it, and then
And the 1
boom,
point.
you know what I mean? So
That
And the
Crystal
it was
Palace,
it was
the City,
Yeah,
the City one.
exactly.
So there's a lot of factors that played a role in us having to win the league, but that's not necessarily my best Liverpool team. My best Liverpool team was Owen, Fowler, Xabi Alonso, Gerrard. We won FA Cups, that's it. We won a Champions League, that's it. But we didn't win the league. And that will always haunt Gerrard. They will always throw at any Liverpool players or fans' face. You didn't win the league with that team. You didn't win the league with that team. If you look at all the other fans, the people that's on the pod here, all your teams won something. Won a league at least with that big team. Where we couldn't. And we had a brilliant Premier League team. But it wasn't enough. We were always outdone by someone. And it was teams like the 1998-99 team of United. The Invincibles of Arsenal. Chelsea, Jose Mourinho team. It was always because there was someone better. And that reminds me of City 3 years ago, when we should have won the league and they won it because they were better. Yes, they had more money. You can have the most money, but if your players don't come to the party, money means nothing. So I'm not a fan for this team has a lot of money. You must all do the trick. You can buy the best players, but they all play like shit when they play together on the field. So it's more than just money.
Also because of money. Money doesn't necessarily mean that you getting the best players.
Success.
I mean, you need to box clever these days.
Agreed.
I mean, United has got
you're getting the most expensive players.
Yeah, we're getting the most expensive player, but that doesn't
Yeah, but
necessarily
Aki, we have a
that
United
that's the
tax
best.
on all our players, Aki. We have a United tax on all of our players. A player can be worth 10 million.
That's
If
for
he comes to
Thriller.
United, he's worth 70. You know what I mean? Players
This guy's a good
on
shot.
the
No one's
market
giving
is
the
linked with
Centurions
United
a go.
so that the
What about the
value can rise.
Centurions?
no, David D. That was the 100 points was nice, but
I
like
don't
that's
remember who was the goalkeeper in that 100 point City team.
No, but anyway, look, it's
Was it
just one of
Edison?
those
Was it
things.
Joe Hart?
David D, if they had gone undefeated with 100 points, yeah, but now obviously that is just the average season. They won the title, they deserved it, but like, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's-
Can we go on to the
it's-
Prem preview? I don't want to
Yeah.
take too much of Benny's time. Let's go on to the Prem preview. Where do we start? Man United, Burnley. Benny or Aggies, one of you can go first. You can decide.
ahead, Aggies.
Give me your thoughts, prediction, and whatever.
Now we're killing it tonight. It's gonna be a 4-0 drubbing.
You sound like
What?
Pesca last week Thursday.
4-0.
You sound like Pesca last week Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. What?
I'm going a bit more mellow tonight. A bit more mellow. I'm going 2-1. 2-1. A bit more mellow United.
Are you going
win.
2-1 now tonight?
I'm going 2-1. I'm going 2-1.
I'm bringing Prem on for you next week, Tuesday. I need
I'm
a
going
more
2-1.
outburst
I'm
from
going
you, man.
2-1.
Okay, fair enough. Where are we now? Arsenal Wolves. How do you guys feel? Look,
Agreed, brother. Agreed.
let's guys, yo, there's some
That makes
awesome
sense, yeah.
comments tonight. I don't know why. Is it Aggies or what? Aggies, what did you bring here to those comments, my man? Yo.
No.
Has the
people
brain
are
and
talking
focus
about
left
the right
tonight.
things here.
You know what, no? You know when we as a page get on a level is when our comments is on par or level or even better than the content that we try to put out.
Sets the tone, yeah.
Oh, the
Mm.
It sets the
comments
tone, and this the comments
brilliant
tonight.
tonight. Like, I haven't disagreed with any comment once
Me
tonight.
also. Me also. The
So
comments tonight is
anyway,
amazing.
Arsenal Wolves. We haven't beat, man. We only beaten Wolves once since I came into the Premier League. All I'm gonna ask is for your predictions. Is it all? Don't be nice. I'm not gonna be nice.
Is it though?
We can't
It was
hear
on
you.
mute.
We can't hear you.
Are you on mute? We can't hear you, bro. Now we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
He's not on mute.
He's not
We can't
on mute.
hear
You must
you.
just talk a bit louder. 1-0.
Okay,
Who
1-0.
Arsenal?
Put your audio out. Aggies.
Arsenal 1-0.
Look, I must think long run, man. I think long run. So I would like a nice dull 0-0 draw because Ramsdale is my FPL keeper.
He's been a bit He's been a bit sassy now lately, no? He's been a bit sassy for me.
What do you say, P?
P? Master P?
Oh yeah,
Am I
1-1. 1-1.
What the fuck is this
Yeah,
going
what
on?
I think is gonna. I don't think we're gonna win. I can't see us winning there. I think the best we can get there is a draw. I actually have us losing 2-1. P? Your side?
I feel that Arsenal is going to lose this game, and I will tell you why. Not because Arsenal, not because of their form, but because of what this break has done to the teams. Remember, Wolves played, Arsenal did not. So I'm thinking.
I agree
because
with us.
If you look at, yeah, mine is also I say Wolves 2-1, and that's why. Just because
Or what
of
Arteta
win-loss.
did to Aubameyang.
No, not because of that. That's got no factor in my score prediction. That's the way what they did with Aubameyang is going to get to them at the end of the season.
That's
They
gonna
look
bite
back
us in
and
the
they
ass.
say,
I told you all.
That was
I
a
told you
fuck up.
all.
that was a fuck up.
I told you
So now-
all. It's gonna bite us in the ass.
So now my prediction for Arsenal this week, because they did not play, I feel that Wolves, because they have a game played a game the weekend, is
Yeah,
going
they're
to win
fresher.
Arsenal.
They match sharp. It's match sharpness. It's
Yes,
football.
yes.
They match
yes.
sharp. It's football.
Please stop.
Agreed. I'm also going with 2-1. I agree with Dylan. Peace.
I fully agree with. I agree with what Benny's saying. His whole analogy of the Wolves versus Arsenal, but I still feel Arsenal's gonna come out on top.
Because
I
you are
think
fucking
Adama was a
guy,
broken
man.
Wolves.
That's
This
why.
guy
No,
love us, no, yo.
Adama
Stupid
was
stuff. Stupid
bigger. No, the Adama lost for them. You'll see it against Arsenal, and I'm saying Arsenal's gonna win them 2-0. You can snip that
Wow.
and make it your status before Arsenal and Wolves play.
Look, Adama was brilliant over the weekend against against Atletico. Now, did you see that?
Yo, he was
Yo.
Yo,
That
Yo.
Bram Bader makes a fall.
He's automatically
Kaidi,
now
how
a
good
fan
is-
favorite ever.
Kaidi, let's dip away from that. What was your favorite goal of the weekend? Jordi Alba, Vlahovic, or Asensio?
Jordi Alba.
Alba.
Jordi Alba.
Jordi
Jordi
Alba.
Alba.
Jordi Alba.
Yo, how mad was that?
And just when it happened, man, that 2-1.
Oh,
2-1. Para, game's klaar.
But How did that ball go in? Like from the angle that the camera, the TV that you see on
camera
TV, there's
angle,
no way that ball can go in there.
Kiki, but you know what? I
That's
don't know
why
if
it's
you guys
over
have
fuck
noticed-
beast. The angle. The angle.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
guys have noticed this. The 4K Spanish La Liga camera is
Yeah.
most judgment.
Yeah. Especially when they score, they celebrate. It's like I can touch them. Like they yell, man. And
Prem do it,
you can
bro.
see they didn't shave. You can see this bro have a cold sore. You can see everything.
These people buzzing me on goal.com. They
You start you debating people on goal.com, bro. That's international.
Waiting with
Why would
everybody.
you do that to yourself?
Kijk, the worst part of that, Devon, is my TV don't give me the full value of that picture. So ek moet nou 'n nuwe
Wait,
TV
bro.
laat koop.
Nah, you must buy
Gazi,
it before the
I
league
only
gets
watch
4K
like
camera.
buy
Because once the
yourself a
league gets a
4K
4K
HD
camera,
TV.
it's
Trust
never gonna be the
me.
same. Actually, you're
Trust
gonna
me.
watch games by the pub.
Trust me. Do it. Do yourself that favor, my man.
Get
It's
you that
yours.
TV. It
That's
is
different
amazing though.
class.
You're the quality.
Anyways, Burnley, Manchester United. Isidore, talk to me, McG. Did he sort out his
Still can't
audio?
hear you, bro.
The sound of the guy, bruh. You must exit and enter again. Tell it to exit and enter again.
Jump out, jump out. Yeah, Isidore, jump out. I'm gonna remove you, then you jump in again. Huh?
Bye,
Give
Zero.
me a thumbs up if that's alright.
Well,
Aggies, talk to me. Man United, Burnley.
Nah, we'll probably, to be real, we'll probably get a win tonight.
There's no time for the thumbs up.
3-1.
3-1. That's not too
Fair enough. Masterpiece.
Different from your 4-0, actually.
Where is that game being played, David? Where is it being
Sorry?
played?
Turf Moor.
Where's the game?
Turf
Turf
Moor.
Moor. There by Burnley.
No, 2-1 to Burnley then.
Oh, wow.
Nah, don't know. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Penny B,
And you beat
talk to
them?
my brother.
I was just gonna say don't see goals in this game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a ball fest. yeah. Thailand says since Ronaldo's on the bench. You going what?
He's
How
on the
many
bench. I
hours?
didn't see the team. Here's
Yeah,
our
he's on
lineups.
the
I'm going to
bench.
give you the lineups.
Yeah, read the lineup out. Read the lineup.
Okay.
Read the lineup out. We need to wrap this up, also. I don't want to keep you. And you and Aggies. What's the lineup? Read
Okay,
it
so
out
up
now.
front we have Cavani. Ronaldo is on the bench.
You don't build the team from the front. You build the team from the back. Goalkeeper,
Okay.
back
The
four,
back
back
we
four.
have David Dyer.
Ronaldo,
We have David
Cavani's in
Dyer.
the polls, man.
And then we have Maguire, the captain.
Maguire, oh, you see?
Varane, Shaw on the left, Diego Dallo on the right, Pogba and McTominay in the two holdings. And then we're playing a 4-2-3-1. We have Bruno as our number 10, Rashford to the right, Sancho to the left, Cavani up top. I'm happy with this team. I don't know about you, Aki.
Nah, that's all right with them. I think that's
Yeah,
enough to get.
to me,
We have
to me,
Lundgaard back on the bench, and we have Ronaldo on the bench. Lindelof is also back on the bench, along with Phil fucking Jones.
No fucking joke, honestly. Man. Listen, we need to wrap this up soon, man. Give me your prediction. And let's come on to man of the week. Flop of the week.
Please say
final
your
thoughts.
prediction.
What's
Oh,
the
for
prediction?
United or for Liverpool, for Arsenal, I missed all of that shit.
No, don't worry. Penny, your prediction.
For
United.
Tonight,
I said 2-1.
Okay, my bad. I must have. Pizza, United prediction.
United, Burnley is 0-0 at Turf Moor. Arsenal is 2-0 against Wolves. And Liverpool is 3-1.
Now this Steve will give Arsenal a win,
Anfield.
knowing that he first said that he agreed with me. He agrees 100% with my analogy, but he's
No, I didn't say I agree. I
He's
said
still
I
going to give
understand
Arsenal
your
a 2-0
analogy.
win.
Hey, leave my-
Listen
I
to
said
this
I
thing.
understand.
That was United against Burnley. It's not fucking 0-0. Like what the
You
fuck is
said
up with that?
You 0-0 with Middlesbrough.
We 1-1 with Middlesbrough.
You drew with Middlesbrough. Why can you
We
draw?
1-1 with
Look at
Middlesbrough.
that's
30th
crazy.
minute,
Wait.
22 from inside the fucking box.
Wait. Look at that shameless comment out beyond, man. Look at that shamelessness, my bro.
Wow.
Look at that shamelessness, my bro.
That is why I kick him in the Indo, because you say stupid stuff like this. This is why I kick you, Bjorn. It's because you say stuff like this.
Master P. You guys don't play this week, but you play the weekend. You reckon you'd get to the final? I want to come to you first because you're playing in the World Club Cup as well. Who do you reckon you would get in the final? Palmeiras, Al Ahly. Who do you reckon?
Actually,
Yeah, actually, maybe. Yeah, I think so.
because of pizza,
And
we
Palmeiras?
love that, no?
I would love it.
I'll actually go with Palmeiras. Actually, yeah, I'll go with Palmeiras. I think they'll make. They might make the final. Yeah. It doesn't matter who meets us there, though. Let's just make it very, very clear here on this panel, nah? Since we're being honest tonight. It doesn't matter who makes the final, nah? As long as Chelsea is there, they're bringing back this thing. As easy. It'll be an epic collapse and disappointment if we don't bring that thing home, bruh. Like, this is the year to do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
No more kicks for Bjorn.
Look, bro, I think that's the best year for you to win it. Look, I know a couple of years ago you got a bit unlucky. I think Santos won at that time, but I think this is the year, man. The European teams always win it. So if you don't, there'll be another video of you in the beginning like Benny, so don't worry. Don't worry.
I feel that.
I won't do it to you, Pascal. No, no,
If the
Pascal, I
next
won't do
brew
it to
does
you.
not get the intro like that, DVD, then I'm gonna make a fucking case against you because I feel that.
I won't do it to him.
And
I won't do it to him. You
fucking
took the piss out of me for 2 years now already. Pascal's been respectful.
I've
towards
never
me.
made an intro. That is new shit to me. This is a new fucking ball game. Intros is next level, bro. It's fucking personal.
Now, David does.
Aggies, talk to me.
I also just feel like, look, after this results that we're gonna get, it's all now a race for the top four. That is all that I'm in for at the moment.
Fair enough. Liverpool Leicester prediction scoreline.
Liverpool will probably hammer them 3-1.
Liverpool. Liverpool Blacks again. Master P.
Where is that game at?
Oh, there's somebody here at the bottom. Fuck, I didn't even realize. Is it was back?
Can you hear me now?
Where's the
Let
game?
me
Yeah, now we can hear you. Now we can hear you, bro. Carry on, Master P. Liverpool Leicester.
I think 2-0 Liverpool.
Fair
I'll
enough.
tell you one thing, right? If Liverpool does not win this game, then the title is gonna go to Man City easily. Right? So I just think that it's a game they have to win, and that's why I'm picking them to win 2-0.
Fair enough, my bro. Pinby.
Leicester's a tricky fixture. Are they playing at home? Are they playing away?
Anfield.
Anfield.
Leicester.
Nah, I'm sorry.
Leicester's been
Leicester can be a tricky fixture, both home and away. But I feel Liverpool got this. I think 3-1.
Okay,
Liverpool.
fair enough. I don't know why you're saying Leicester can be a tricky fixture. Leicester and Watford have been cucked this season, and they both gave you 4 at both times.
Exactly. That's why I say.
I'm just being shameless tonight with you because I remember that one pod where you ripped me to pieces, but not fair enough. Peace, talk to me. You look like you're ready to go to bed, you.
I'm sticking.
Go get there the blankets.
I'm sitting here by
Say
this
hello to
bloody
Angie.
thing because every time my video is going away.
Okay, now I know you're that man is
3-1. I'm sticking. I'm sticking with my 3-1.
Listen, that's what I actually want to
I'm
ask
sticking
you.
with my 3-1.
How do you feel about Mo coming back? Do you think that's going to be a big boost? I actually like Jota. Actually, I think Jota is going to get mad goals for you this year. I actually picture Jota getting about 20 goals this year. How do you see him integrating into the... Obviously, Mo's going to walk right back in. But an angry Mo Salah is a different animal, my brother.
Nah, David,
Yeah,
that's
but-
what I wanted to.
Oh, sorry.
No, can't be stuff. Go with it.
Who was it? Oh,
Go.
Any
now-
one of you, any one of the two. You
Before the AFCON, it was Jota, Mane, Salah during Firmino's absence, and I feel that the 3 of them, they did a good job. Even if it was just one of them, the 3 scoring, or 2 of the 3 scoring, that wasn't the point because we know that from Firmino already. If Firmino's on the pitch, Salah and Mane scores, if we win the game, Firmino.
Easter, you're freezing.
Yo, and he's been moved next to the router. He plugged himself
is it-
in by the router. He's
Is
so
it all
free.
carry on from where you left off, my brother? Carry on.
Check here.
Yeah, no,
TV
we're gonna
as-
go to 2 hours again, young.
It's
Big
all
up to
the-
you guys in the chat. Big up to you guys as well, man. You're lumming here with me.
Check it if
Like
it's all
the
about
thing.
that. Wait, Jota is playing, man. Like I said the last time, if he plays down the middle, he's quiet. If he's on the right hand side, then it's not quiet. But on the left hand side, that man is devastated, my bro. But look, like you said, Mo Salah, when he came back, he told Klopp already, KG, I'm ready for Leicester. So that man is angry, my bro. I can come see a hat-trick on Thursday.
Wait a minute, Isidore, let me ask you something. Who is he pissed at? Is he pissed at his own teammate up front for taking the AFCON
I
from him?
just picture him going to club and saying,
They're going to be taking chances away from each other.
That's it, your Pesco. That man is ready, my bro. That man seen red, he seen red, bruh.
They're not going to be passing the ball to each other. Just watch. One took the medal away from the other, bruh.
Pesco, that is nothing new, my bro. Look at the Burnley thing. Can you remember that? It happened already,
Nah.
my bro. So it's not. That is nothing, my bro, for me. I saw that stuff already coming.
Fair enough. Peace, carry on. Carry on. You were saying, are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back. Now, like I was saying, I'm more concerned for Firmino when it comes to Jota, not Salah and Mane. Mane's concern is Luis Diaz coming in for Mane. That is the concern there. Whereas Salah, I don't see Harvey Elliot playing Salah out of his position anytime soon. Nor would Curtis Jones. So Salah, I think, will just come in and continue as normal. I hope to see a different Mane, but I don't see Klopp benching Jota after the past 2-3 months that he had with
wouldn't be fair.
Mane and Salah and without Mane and Salah. He really stepped up and we could rely on him. Yes, his chances that he missed, but he came up. He did what he was supposed to do. He could have done a bit more, but what he did was enough. So I don't see him losing his spot, or he shouldn't lose his spot for either one of the African players or for Firmino.
That's so racist.
No, it's
I'm
not,
saying
man.
African because they come from an African tournament, fucker.
Anyways, okay, so that's that. Let's come on to the main one. Man of the week. Aggies, man of the week, my brother.
For me,
I do a bit.
I like the Harvey Elliot. I like the Harvey Elliot one for me.
My man of the
Because,
week
like
as
I
well.
said, I haven't really been following the African Cup of Nations, barring highlights or knowing what teams to play. But the Harvey Elliot story, for me, very, very nice. And, when he literally just broke into the Liverpool team, I had my doubts. To me, it was like a Riyad Brewster type of thing. But you can really see he is going to be a class act in that Liverpool team for a very long time.
And his mentality, that's what stood out the most from that, all of that for me, was his mentality. And when he scored that goal, you can see that relief. It's like every single second that he spent injured, all of that heartache and trauma disappear. Just that moment scoring.
Thanks, because I think like
On
Beast
Anfield.
to you, I don't know. Look, you know better of your team than what I know, but I think he started the season well, and when he got that injury against Leeds, you guys won them 4-0 or something like that, but
Yeah.
nobody even cared like about the result. They were like, oh my god, this talent, this awesome talent got them heavy injury. Do you know what I mean?
And Klopp likes that lighty. Klopp likes
I
that.
love him as well. Him, Curtis Jones. There's another one, man. Who's that right off, man? Who's that right off? I don't want to commit to a name. He played right off against our beast. Gordon. Oh my god, he ripped us a new one.
Morton.
No, man. Gordon, that guy with the frizzy hair.
Oh, Gordon.
Gordon, yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one.
He's
Anyway,
fine.
Master P, where did you go now? Are you here still with us? Okay. Anyway, Penny B, man of the week.
Yeah, definitely Harvey Elliot. Definitely. And I think that's the moment of the weekend.
Beast.
Yeah.
Same.
I can't be a Liverpool supporter and not go with my United brothers.
Isidore, same.
Harvey Elliot and also Norwich as well. For ripping this thing. Just
Yeah, the rub list is a new one.
Also,
Yeah.
that keeper of Middlesbrough, no? Lumley. Yeah, even though
Nah,
he
he's
made
a
quite a
keeper.
few
He didn't nearly
mistakes.
give a goal away
Yeah,
against
but
Bruno.
but he did make a
He
promise.
couldn't even save a Ronaldo penalty.
Oh, how can you put that keeper
I
there?
just
Are you
feel
not
like
trying to big up your own team now?
People, you need special mention. Give me that. Give me that.
Okay,
Don't
I'll
stop.
give it. I'll give it that. I'll give it that, my brother. I'll give it that. Pascal, man of the week for you, my brother.
Does it have to come
Mendy.
from the EPL, or can it
You,
come from?
your man of the week. You know what? There's no rules.
So
It's
then
your man
Beast
of
is
the week.
right. Well, Beast is right then. I mean, he's spot on. I think Beast mentioned the name just now. That
Mendy.
yeah, that rookie goalkeeper that we don't know anything about. We don't even know who he is. You know, that guy. That's the that's the man of the
The other
week.
guy.
That one. Saving the pen.
think
Yeah, that's
Davy,
Now,
Davy's man of the week is that Twitter there behind him at number 12. 'Cause that man was on fire again.
that guy.
Second week in a
I'm
row.
running up in supporters for that guy, man. I don't want to talk that guy anymore, man. Flop of the week, Aggies.
Kurt Zuma.
Yo!
yeah.
Hey, bro, what the fuck is
Mum, come here,
You must watch your family. Your family must know what you're doing in the house. They can't just put social media clips out.
Love. Let's give the
Shots
guys
for the
some love, man. Yo, new comment. Let's give them some love, man. Yo, love for the love. Subscribe to the thing, like the thing, and thanks for your awesome input, my brother. Bless. Like a chat, love. Same to you, my bro. Carry on, Aggies. You were talking about Kurt Zuma?
Yeah, Kurt Zuma having some of his own animal abuse there at home. I mean, it's not a joke. But I mean, for
Yeah,
that
how the
type
fuck
of
do you do
things
that,
to
man?
get out on social media, I don't know. This
I'm
guy's
sorry,
got too
now,
much
but
time on their
people
hands.
that side of the world don't really have problems if this makes headline news all over the fucking country.
For real?
They must just come to one of our
Something
buy
like
shops
that,
here and see how this buys kick their cats.
But
They
the
lure the cats on a daily.
Yeah, but the problem now is the guy got dropped out of the team
Because he
for
moved the
something
cat.
that he's dropped. He's dropped. It's got nothing to do with football, but this is how big this thing is in the UK that he's being dropped out of
I
the
don't
team
agree.
now.
But
They treat
These
it.
are
Remember
These
in
are still
England.
humans.
In England, a pussy is a pussy. Same thing with Greenwood. Same thing with Zuma.
oh, please, for your madman for saying that, bro.
Ah, beat the pussy up.
I think for your madman for that one. Yo. I'm not gonna comment. Allegedly. Say allegedly, please. Before I get
Yeah.
cancelled here from fucking YouTube. Allegedly. Pascal, flop of the week.
We
Allegedly,
beat the pussy up.
allegedly,
They
yeah.
allegedly beat the pussy up.
Flop of the week. Well, I'm only mentioning this guy because we haven't, like, obviously we never had a flop of the week the last week, or ever since I've been back. So I have to give it to Benny's man, Mason Greenwood. I'd have to give him the flop of the week, even though it happened like a few weeks or a few days, weeks ago, whatever. I have to give it to him as the flop of the week. Just think it sends the wrong message, and I mean, yeah.
He lost his
I'll
mind.
make him my flop of the week once he's proven guilty.
Look, he lost his Nike sponsorship already.
Nah, but Beaster, even just for the having the wrong headlines attached to him and that whole thing. Just
I don't think we need to have this debate again. I don't really.
Yeah, we tackled
Let's
this
not,
issue
let's
last
not.
week already.
I really don't think we need.
No,
to.
but Pascal, go ahead. You were gonna say something, Pascal?
no, I was just gonna say for whether he's guilty or not, right? I mean, for me, I don't think that matters anymore because he's already put himself out there in a negative light, and so yeah, that's why I give him the flop of the week.
Like Beaster said,
It's
you
not
will
a
label
guilty.
him
It's not a
always.
guilty. Yeah, it's
At
not
the
a
end of the day,
guilty,
he put himself in
innocent
this
thing.
position.
No, it's not.
He put himself
It's
in
just
this position.
he put himself out there, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Beaster mentioned this last week also when Beaster said, like, whatever you do, even if he is going to be proven innocent, you're still going to label him. You're still going to look at him like that. Something like Oscar Pistorius and all of that. It's weird that I actually remember that. Where was I now?
Flop of the week.
Zado.
I would say Leicester City because remember they the FA Cup holders and they got knocked the fuck out by 4-1 by Nottingham Forest. That's the flop of the week.
Emma don't like Brendan Rodgers. Emma don't like Brendan Rodgers.
After the match, Rodgers even went to go dissing Steve also criticized Steve as well. It is another flop for everyone. And now they're playing Liverpool also. How's that for everyone? Yeah.
I moved him like
My flop of the week
you
has
know
to
what?
be
That
Bruno
came out of
Fernandes.
nowhere, yo. They got knocked the fuck out.
My
Shout
flop
out
is
Friday.
my flop is close between Ronaldo for missing the penalty and Bruno not sealing the game. But I'm not gonna.
Mine is
Nah,
Bruno
but
I'm not
Mister-
gonna. I'm not gonna choose individuals. I'm just gonna blame the whole team and say United is my flop.
I agree with Beast. United is my flop, but more specifically Bruno Fernandes. You can't
Wow.
miss that opportunities, James. You
Wow,
can't.
Ben,
miss that
wow,
Not
Benny.
two open poles. Not two.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Yeah, we into 2 hours, guys. I really don't know how you guys can do this, you guys. But big up to you guys, all of you guys on the
Come through,
panel.
my guy is
Aggies,
Clark,
Pascal.
starting and I need to go shower. James,
Yeah,
the
hence
final
what I'm
thoughts,
saying.
James.
Final thoughts.
My
Love for
final
the love.
thoughts
All
is-
of you guys in the chat as well. We're into double figures in the chat. Final thoughts, Aggies.
Thanks for the opportunity to some new face on the stream. Thanks, guys. It was nice chatting to you all, and I hope this is not the last time.
It won't be.
Lovely stuff, Achis. It was awesome having you. My final thoughts is thank you, Achis. I loved your input. I loved your content. I loved your. The fact that you came prepared. Looks like you have your notes and everything in front of you. I appreciate that. My final thoughts is at the end of the day, James, footballers are also humans. I kicked a cat. I have a cat. I kicked my cat quite a few times, but nobody recorded me and put me up there and shit. At the end of the day, they all make mistakes like us, and because they earn the money that they earn, doesn't mean that they are perfect and don't make mistakes. People just need to calm the fuck down. Like, not everything is newsworthy. And United season is clear. We can say that now already. Let's hope and pray, fingers crossed, for top 4. David D, gentlemen, I love and leave you. It was an awesome pod. Sorry for being late.
Your game is gonna start out. Your game is gonna
Love you,
start
so I'm gonna go shower and wash my game fresh.
Yeah, enjoy,
Hopefully
enjoy.
we'll be
Love for the
fucking
love,
fresh.
bro. Sure, brother. Love. Bless, my bro. Bless. Aggies, finish, wrap up, and then you can go watch your game, my friend. Then you get in.
For me, just awesome show tonight. Like the people on the comments. Was a couple of guys that I knew they threw some digs there at me having no United players in my fantasy team. But they give me time because a realist. But anyway, thanks guys. Enjoyed it.
Yes, my brother. Thanks. Love for the love.
Yes.
No, thanks for coming on, my bro. Bless, man. Master P, talk to me. Final thoughts, my bro.
Yeah, well, it was a great show again. Good discussions with the guys, and yeah, let's see what happens over the weekend, or what happens to you guys, your teams over the weekend, and yeah, we'll have a proper conversation again soon.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I didn't actually check if they're all fixtures next week. I don't know. Does the Champions League start next week? Beast, is it Valentine's Day? I think there's Champions League next week, no?
Yeah.
The
So
15th, yeah.
we're
Next week.
probably gonna do this thing about Thursday. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
after the
I think that's the
Champions League
best.
fixtures, yeah.
I think let's do it after Thursday. But love for the love, Pascal. Love for always jumping on. Isidore, your thoughts?
Yeah, David, like I said, AFCON gone, Premier League is back, bruh. Now we must just wait for this international break. I hate it, but club loves it. Look, the week ahead, Leicester City on Thursday. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think City's playing tomorrow or is it tonight? We must first see what they do.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think they play
first.
Brentford. They play Brentford, no? I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. So, yeah, I'm gonna watch that fixture because it's now, like Pascal also said, it's now 2 hours. So we must see what happens now.
Look, me personally, I don't think the title race is over. You both, okay, Pascal, you guys are done with him, but you guys still have to get them again. And you guys have gone to the Etihad and beaten them already before. That's my personal opinion. So anything can happen. Until look, I know like everyone likes to say until it's mathematically impossible, it's not possible, blah blah blah. This is Liverpool we're talking about. Anything can happen in a title race. I've seen Liverpool throw a title race away from being 8 points clear with 3 games to go. That
Yeah.
year with
Crystal
Suarez,
Palace.
You
Yeah,
know
I'll
what I
never
mean?
forget that. Yeah, that was the epic collapse, though. Yeah, that one was, yeah.
And remember, bear in mind, Man City's last game is against Aston Villa at Villa Park. Imagine if Gerrard
Stevie
still
G.
in the league. Just saying.
They'll
Just throwing
give
it
him a
out there.
medal. They'll give him a medal.
Just throwing it.
Yeah.
Peace, Ronnie. Your loss, your final thoughts. Close us out, my brother. Close us out.
Nah, echo what everyone is saying there, and I think this is our first pod for the year that the comment section was so on fire. So, big ups to everyone here in the comments.
Yep,
They
man.
really do allow us to go to 2 hours. So it's very boring to sit here and just speak with one another for 2 hours, and you don't have input from the guys. So they do play a big role in that. So
Exactly.
yeah,
I agree with you.
we appreciate the guys in the comments. We might not get to all the comments, but after the show, we look through all of it again. And we do miss something. Don't think it's not personal. We try and get to every comment. But thanks for the comments. Tonight, the Premier League is back. We've all been waiting for this. So, yeah, enjoy the game week and see you guys next week.
I couldn't have said it any better. And on that note, you know what, people? You guys are new in here. We'll be back next week, Thursday. Like the thing, share the thing, subscribe to the thing. Love for the love. I can't even imagine how you guys are still sitting here for 2 hours, but I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all my podcast brothers for coming on and jumping on and giving their honest opinion. This was really an awesome stream. And on that note, like the thing, share the thing, subscribe to the thing. We'll be back Thursday. This Master P, as Beast, Isidore, as DVD, and we are out blessed.
How are you?